see if it boots up. I think we're online. Yeah, we're online. All right, cool. We're back. That was fast. All right, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to show up before we make some proper announcements. I know we're in the wrong category and everything. Just it doesn't matter. We're switching in a moment, so who cares? Can I do spotter in time? We should be able to do spotter in time now. I've gotten a lot stronger.
Not bad.
All right, let's just do this real quick. Welcome everyone. We got a couple minutes to kill before the Legend trailer comes up, so I'll tell you guys about it. I like rice. Nino's been saying that a lot.
Powerful attack incoming.
Is that your like catchphrase or something?
I'll lock you down.
Oh shoot, yeah, I gotta play the song, you're right. My bad. If you don't put the title of the song, sometimes I will miss it.
I'll gut you.
Yeah, I'll play in a moment. Oh god.
Do you know that you still have Nick as the category?
Yes, I know. We're gonna switch in a moment.
Time to chill.
Oh man, I probably should have saved that.
Get ready.
Anyways, it doesn't matter which category we're in because we're switching over to Faye. I have to update the title anyways. So I guess one of you guys can switch me over to Faye, but it wouldn't really make sense because we're not playing Faye right now. We're gonna switch over to Faye in a moment though.
I'll make you removable. I'll lock you down. Target located.
All right, my timing was poor there, but that's fine.
Now this is the end.
Okay, well, completely whiffed that. All right, this is probably a bad idea to even try to run this before the Faye trailer came out, but oh god.
Holy sword, ready. You only get one chance. I'll make you removable. I'll lock you.
All right, I think we got this. Okay, cool. This saves me a bit of time later.
I'll gut cross domain.
This is a Faye stream, guys. Don't worry. Oh god. Okay, that was. Probably should worry about that. 1 minute now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't take another one of those. Oh, you get that potion? And I didn't get it? Okay. Oh, come on. All right, we didn't get it. Screw it. All right, that's a failure. Let's go over to Faye. Ugh, god damn it. Chat, do you guys think Sugma can ever learn? You guys think he can ever learn? I sure don't think so. I learned if you just attack and hit nothing, you still get mana back. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I didn't get enough mana. What was the point of that? I don't know. You can ask him. He thinks it's funny. It's never been funny, but like, you know. Slugma, I believe in you. You guys have your faith misplaced, unfortunately. I was raging about service earlier. Alicia plus CO makes the fight a cakewalk now. Yes, of course. Water makes everything better. Yeah, CO giving you the bearer, Alicia giving the damage. That would help a lot. All right, chat, we're almost there. Hold on to your butts. All right, so really quickly, a big announcement for all the people who are haven't been here for a while, some of you guys know this, some of you guys don't know this. I'll explain it again in detail later, but we're bringing back our Fae podcast. We used to do a podcast called Faecast, and then after a while we stopped and renamed it into Nimcast because we weren't only talking about Fae. But yeah, we're bringing that back. It'll be rebranded under What the Fae, and I'll give you guys a proper rundown of it when we get to it. But basically, after the reaction of it, we'll talk it over with the guys, and we'll have topics, and we'll have other segments to it, and we'll have guests in the future. Because this is the pilot episode, I'm not going to overly complicate it. Anyways, we're about to begin. Why have that puffer thing as a thing? It's not mine. You think I picked that out? No. All right. Yay, guest. Okay, and I'll make an announcement about that as well. Someone can't be a guest. Back. I don't want to read novels on Streamcast. Okay, then don't. Why are you making the assumption you would have been accepted anyways? No spoilers, chat. I just got back. All right, I'm downloading it now. Why are people trying to say the banner? Because people don't chat. I say this every time. Hey, please don't spoil. I'm trying to give you guys the benefit of the doubt and not lock down the chat. We used to lock it down all the time, but we trust you guys to be more well-behaved because most people here have been here for years. So we stopped doing that because one, you know, I'm not sure you guys. I have faith in you guys, and two, you guys should know better. So, yeah. We never trust YouTube, though. Yeah, it usually gets locked down. Like, we would always lock it down on YouTube because it was, you know, YouTube never has a problem spoiling. You have faith in Sugma? Such? No, I don't have faith in Sugma. All right, guys, let's begin this. Okay, so before we begin, I wanted to tell you guys something. All right. Don't worry about this. This isn't the actual thing. Wait, why did this move? Why did this move? Okay, that was weird. All right, this isn't the current trailer. I'm just putting in the background while we talk real quick before we start chat. I wanted to. If you read the title, this will be the biggest Legend Heroes banner in a long, long time. It's gonna be massive. Don't spoil me. Don't spoil yourselves. We'll go over it in just a moment. But the other part of the title is we're bringing back What the Fae, our podcast. For those who've been here for years and years, you probably know we used to have a podcast called Faecast, which as time went on, we change it to Nimcast because we talk more than just about Fae. So we're bringing it back. Why are we bringing it back? Over the weekend at Amity North, I learned a lot about podcasting, and I was like, we already do it very similarly, and so let's bring it back into full-on format and do the podcast over again. So with that announcement, we're going to be taking in external guests. So there are a few people in the community still that are content creators, that are streamers that we are going to invite on the stream, and we'll take in internal guests, people already in our server, and we'll have people come in every banner to talk about like whatever's going on. But yeah, it's a segmented thing, and we'll have hosts and we'll do it proper. Tonight is our pilot episode. It has been over 5 years since we last did an episode. I'm not kidding. Boa, are you kidding me? Yes, it's out. I was explaining myself before. Okay, anyways. Oh boy. Okay, anyways. Our last episode was 5 years ago. We used to have a podcast. We really did. Our last episode was what episode? April 14, 2019. It's been a long time, man. So yeah, we used to do these podcasts. It's been a long time. We're bringing them back. So tonight will be episode 1. It'll be rebranded under What the Fae, because that's something that Al says, and it explains what it's about. What the Fae, what's happening on Fae. So yeah, that's the announcement. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. So going forward, we'll do trailer reaction, and I'll just read over things, but I won't really give you my. I won't delve too deeply into it because we'll save that for the What the Fae segment, where we go over every character as well as other segmented questions and little fun little segments. But yeah, it's been a long time since we've done a podcast, like officially. But yeah, we're bringing them back. Anyways, let's begin. Yes, I'm aware the trailer is out. That's why I was like, I can't believe I went out of my way to say we're gonna go check out the trailer in a moment, and someone immediately goes, posts the trailer and says the trailer is out. Yeah. Did someone spoil? I mean, if people click it or they just hover over the link, they'll see what it is. So it's not as bad of a spoil, but it's why? All right, let's do this. Let me take a sip of water. Okay, this is going to be the biggest trailer since ever, because we knew going into this one we're going to have Engage Ike and Engage Marth coming back, and they're two of the greatest heroes in the entire game, not to mention they're Engage heroes, which enable a lot of ridiculous things in the game. Outside of that, we knew I was excited about this because Legendary Lear was coming back, Legendary Female Lear, and whoever the Legendary hero was going to be amazing. That's all we knew. But yeah, that's your teaser. Here we go. Possibly the greatest Legendary Heroes banner of all time. Let's find out. That's Fates. A new Legendary hero joins the battle. Child of Dawn.
Legendary hero. No. You must be mistaking me for one of my siblings.
Hold on. When did Legendary Female Corin come out? Hold on. I can't even believe it's actually Corin. Also, his title is Child of Dawn, which doesn't that make you think of, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn? Like, the teleseries. Holy, I never thought this was going to happen. I thought they just were going to leave him for forever. Look at him. He looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow. The female favoritism? Or perhaps they're just running out of characters to do. But maybe the favoritism is gone because, Legendary Male Lear didn't have to wait that long in comparison to Female Lear. And while this might have taken like, I don't know, 4 years or something crazy, he's finally here.
A legendary hero. No, no. You must be mistaking me for one of my siblings.
Gently now.
Oh, sorry. Just realized I forgot to talk about
A
that.
legendary hero. No, no. You must be mistaking me for one of my siblings.
Okay. Legendary male Corin is real. Green Dragon, Infantry. Hold on, this is going to be goofy because legendary female Lear is on this banner, who is Green Dragon, Infantry. Fire Blessing, and VA is Cam Clark, and Artist is Penacor. Penacor never misses. And okay, chat, if we can zoom in, I know it's being partially covered. Look at his feet. They're so detailed. They actually look kind of disgusting. Anyways, I don't know why Penacor really put in some effort for the feet because they're very, very detailed. They're usually not that detailed, but good job, Penacor. I like how he's like even wearing gauntlets and everything, but feet, because you kind of just feet. All right, moving on.
Gently now.
No shot. They're crazy. What is this? What is this nonsense? Is this the longest special we've ever gotten? I think it is. There's a new Divine Vein, of course. That's going to add to the length, but still. I've never seen a special this long. What is this shit? What are we looking at? Dragon Fang Shot. Boost special damage by 40% of units res when special triggers. If units res over foes res, reduce damage from attacks during combat and from AoE specials, excluding Roker AoE effects by 4 minus current special equivalent count times difference between stats. Maximum difference between stats 10. Okay, so cool. Damage reduction. If unit special is ready or unit special triggered during combat, reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50%. Doesn't it just remind you of like Dragon's Roar? Of course, it's not going to be exactly the same. After combat, unit's special triggered applies Divine Vein Water on target space and on each space within 2 spaces of target space for 1 turn. Divine Vein Water applies the following effects on space, acts as a difficult terrain for foes where range equals 2. So if they're ranged, it'll count as like forest? They can't pass forest. It'll take a space away is basically what it's saying. And inflicts speed minus 5 on foe and reduces the percentage of non-special reduced damage by X skills by 50% during combat. That's ridiculous. So, as a whole, it is damage reduction bypass, and then afterwards applies Divine Vein Water, which is damage reduction bypass and speed minus 5. I think I summarized it. That's a lot. Hoshido's Breath is also crazy. It's slaying, distant counter, and special equivalent count -1 if it's at its maximum value, aka times pulse. At start of turn though, so it's TP3. And at start combat, if HP is 25% above, attack speed defense res equals number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 3 plus 5, maximum 14, so up to 14 extra stats. And reduces damage from foes first attack by 7. Also, if foes attack can trigger foes special and units res over foes res plus 5, special equivalent count +1 on foe before foes first attack, aka scowl. And if units HP is 25% above at start combat and units special equivalent count is at maximum value after combat, grant special equivalent count -1 to unit after combat. Okay, so just times 4, essentially. And if foes range equals 2, the standard dragon effects are still there. Cool. Wow, that was a lot of raid immediately. Holy crap. Why speed res finish? Oh no. Oh god, no. Dragon Wall is getting upgraded. No way. High Dragon Wall. If a skill compares units res to a foes or allies, res treats units res as of granted +5. Speed res -4 on foe during combat. Units res over foes res reduces damage from attacks during combat. Maximum 40%. But still, that is way better. Wow. So it's like the new dodge skills, right? Where they have fan speed built in, but this is phantom res. And then it's speed res -4, so you have some stat manipulation. And then, of course, the damage reduction. That is still really good. And then you add in foes with range equals 2 cannot warp into spaces within 4 spaces of unit. Oh boy, chat. Is this better than dodge 4s? Dodge 4s have up to 50% damage reduction. And they have a slightly that doesn't even matter, I guess. The Phantom Speed versus Phantom Res, basically a wash, and the stats basically a wash. But would you rather lose 10% of damage reduction for warp denial? Like, it's range warp denial, so it's not pure warp denial, but still, that's huge. Also, attack res ploy and speed res finish 4, you guys know what these skills do. So it's hinting at him having very high res, very high speed. Yeah, it's like a passive warp bubble against range. Can trigger his specials over and over, of course, after a special applies to Divine Vein that has faux damage reduction, which is nuts.
Can I mention that the name of the special is literally just Corin's neutral B?
Is it?
Similar to how negating Fang's transliteration is counter surge, the down B. Talk about bottom of the barrel naming lol.
Is this from Smash? Is that what you mean? Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. For those who don't know, he is in Smash, Corin.
Valentine's with also now. A new dragon, including Brave Corin, can now
This
be
is the
anti-war.
path I chose.
Well, they're better anti-war. 60. Oh my god. Do you guys remember? Oh my god, I'm gonna feel like such a boomer. I guess I am a boomer. I'm beyond boomers. Do you guys remember the meme? I'm firing my laser. That's what it reminds me of. I love these memes. They're so goofy. Blah. Oh yeah. Give it to Anakos. Do you guys remember Anakos was good once upon a time? Supposedly. I've never seen him use. All I see is him getting screwed over in these stupid trailers. No way. No way. No. No, no, no. 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 This is not right. How old is Kavaser, chat? Does anyone remind me? I know we're in May. I know we're about to be in June. But come on. She's not even a year old. Kavaser's known for having a ton of speed. Kavaser's known for having really high damage reduction. And she's supposed to slaughter these heroes. Yeah, it's barely been 6 months. She came out in November. No way. No, get... Oh my god. Okay, I know. Some of you guys are sick of me bringing out, like, talking about power creep, but that's way too much, man. Come on. No one has any confidence in any hero they pull because they know within 6 months they're invalidated. Not just invalidated, they're going to make sure you know it's invalidated by putting it in a trailer. That is rough. 36 got turned into 6.
We'll forge our destinies.
Blah. Yeah. Remember, she's supposed to have damage reduction, like crazy damage reduction. Was it 70, 90? Like some insane highly, I think it's 70. High damage reduction, doesn't matter. It's a fake classic, weapon triangle, who cares, right? Oh, I do like his squad, because it's Ryoma and, you know, it's his siblings. Oh, sorry. His fake siblings, because this is the Hoshido path, where you pick your fake family or your blood family. Okay, family doesn't have to be decided by blood, to be clear, but yeah. Anyways, also, there's still no Legendary Sakura or Legendary Takumi, so they're going with the base versions that are absolutely terrible, but I guess they're all terrible now. Anyways, that's our newest hero. Our newest Legend hero is one we've been asking and waiting for much long time. We also have Asker. We also have Shez. Alir's back. Gobig's back. Kavaser's back. Lucina's back. Lumera. Marth. Hortensia. And, of course, the spinny man himself, Ike. It's a great banner. The reason why this banner is so good is look how stacked red is. 2 engage heroes and Kavaser. Oh my god, are you shitting me? That's insane. And then you go to green, which is Legendary Female Alir, which is a true brave weapon with a similar ability. Actually, why am I even talking? I can just show you guys. Hold on, what? Wait, where the heck's my Lear? Yeah, red is cracked. Sorry, I'm trying to find my Lear. Did I put her away? I think I put her away. Why would I put her away? Okay, weird. One sec. I'm trying to show you guys real quick. Yeah, I straight up put her away. Okay. Oh, wrong screen. For those who forgot, this is definitely the wrong screen. For those who forgot, I tried really hard for Alear, and it broke my heart. So yeah. Oh, now an ad's running. They're kind of similar. I guess we'll talk about it in detail in a moment, but green and stacked is what I'm trying to say. They're kind of similar. You know, both green infantry dragons with damage reduction bypass and high damage output. They're both really highly survivable as well. So essentially, you're just getting an improved Alear. Though, would you guys consider this as power creep? It's not full power creep because one's brave weapon, one's not. But I would expect Corin to beat Alear up pretty easily nowadays. But yeah, green is stacked. It's Alear and it's Corin, and then you add in Lucina, rearm Lucina. So that, yeah, green is stacked as well. And then blue's eh. Shez is still pretty good. Lumera's pretty good, but the chicken is not. And Carlos, Asker's not completely out of date. Goveg's still good, and Hortensia's still good. So I think it's overall, it's a super strong banner. Anyways, is this the greatest legendary banner we've gotten? I think it might be. All right, I'll give it a minute, and then we'll talk about it really quickly. Let me turn on the music. Sorry for the segments. I can put on the music during those segments, but usually it's too much trouble.
The most important thing to note about Corin though, Omega Yato actually dead man low.
Oh, Omega Yato's not happening. That's true. Because it's not a sword. Alright. How hype are you for the banner, chat? Let me know. I would love to know. I'm really hype. I'm pulling on this banner. I'm all in on this banner, in fact. I have multiple reasons to go all in on this banner. I want Kvaser, so I can fodder her off. That sounds really bad, but she has insight, which is really nice. I want more copies of Legendary Female Alear, which she's on the banner. I want this new Corin, because he's ridiculously good. And again, that's the same color. I'm a big user of Goveg, and she's on Carlos. I don't have Asker, and Asker enables a lot of teams, so I want Asker. Like, and that's before we even talk about the Emblem heroes. I don't have Emblem Ike, and I would love to have Engage for slaying abilities. I have, Emblem Marth for Engage for slaying abilities. I would love to get more Emblem Ikes, because eventually you do kind of want to fodder off some of Lagoo's friends, right? Like this banner, it's so good. It's so good. Now I know summer banners are about to come up, so you gotta save up. But how do you say no to this banner? It is top tier. The weakest character in this entire thing is Faye, the chicken, but she isn't gonna refine sometime soon, right? Like, and then if that happens, then you look at this quite a bit differently. But yeah, as a whole, I think best Legendary Heroes banner of the year so far, easily. Again, double engage heroes. The new Corin has been much requested for many a years. I believe some of you guys have pointed forward. Legendary Female Alear, Legendary Female Corin came out 3 years ago. It's been over 3 years. So yeah. 3 to 4 years for this to finally happen. It's long awaited, man. So strong heroes all around, high value banner, because it's 8% Legendary Heroes banner. The only question is how hard you want to go for this before summer comes up. Because we should be getting 2 summer banners, and we're going to get a Fate channel sometime soon as well. Anyways, give me your thoughts. You guys have voted 4 fires. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, it's coming soon. Give me your thoughts. Summer's in July? Summer's in June and July. Isn't it? It's 1 month banners. Yeah, Faye is the next Refine batch. So that's a pretty big one. Will we see Summer Heroes before the Legendary banner ends? Will we? When's the Faye channel last year? I don't remember anymore. Alir, Ike, and Mar actually carry this banner low-key, but Corin's cool too. Yeah, Corin's definitely cool. He's gonna be really hard and annoying to deal with. Divine Vein Water is already really annoying to begin with. June 15th? Okay, so Summer Banner. The Summer Fate channel should come out around mid-June.
You mentioned like Dragon Fang shot is similar to Dragon Roar. That actually reminds me of Altena's Arms of Three of anything.
Exactly. It does feel familiar. It is, of course, better, but it is familiar. All right. So, a quick reminder. We should get a Fate channel sometime mid-June to end of June, but somewhere between then. This banner goes all the way until... Oh, wow. This banner might end just before we see the summer units, the Fate channel and whatnot. Last year's summer was July 7th? Okay. Yeah, so this is a hard bet. You either go for this banner or you save up and you go for summer. It's up to you guys. I think you should go hard for this banner. This is a lot of certainty. A lot of characters you know are definitely good. But with how Fire Heroes power creeps, the summer heroes can be obnoxiously good. Though historically, summer banners are always one banner good, one banner bad. So don't fret too much about it, because it's always usually only one of the banners being good and the other one being forgettable. But yeah, it's up to you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck if you're pulling. I am going to be pulling. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, of course, drop a follow, subscribe, like. But we're not done, because tonight is our first episode of our What the Fate podcast. So we'll get into that in a moment. So if you guys don't know, usually I spend more time giving you my thoughts about things, but I'll save that for the What the Fate podcast, where we're going to talk over every hero. We haven't done a podcast in over 5 years, so it's going to be a really different experience. I did learn quite a few things over, over the weekend about podcasting, so I want to put that all into practice and see how that goes. Alright, I'm gonna see if I'm missing anything. Glad no null C, so actually kind of counters play unlike E-Ike. Yes. I don't know how hard I want to go for this. Banner is very strong, but may or may not nab and spark on existing banners, and of course would want some orbs laying around just in case looking forward. Yeah, it's never bad to save in this game with how high power creep is. But the next time we get a double engage banner will be very, very far in the future. So as it stands, I think this is the best Legendary Heroes banner we've ever gotten. Alright, am I missing anything else? I have both Ike and Mar, so pretty much no reason for me to pull. I guess green is tempting. Yep, if you have both characters, it's a lot less tempting. But do remember, Lagoo's Friend and Potent 4 are really good B slots, and they're the only way to get them right now. It's really hard. Poshio's Breath is so much lamer than Primordial Breath as a name. Yes, yes it is. The translation team for this game is probably, to be frank, interns. I don't think they have professional translators anymore. Is this our 14th Corin? Holy crap. Not sure I want Kavaser when she only do 6 damage to the latest green hero, Keck W. Yeah, but I know it's for it's foddering. So what's your summon order? My summon order is
I think the banner will end before the Summer Heroes trailer.
That's what I said.
The summer banner will be June 17th, going by former pack expiration date. So trailer on June 15th, right after this banner ends.
Okay, well, thanks for reiterating. Okay. The summoning order for this banner, chat, I think is red first. I value emblem heroes and engage heroes more than legendary heroes by far, because you can find universal use for them. Now, and red is not a joke at all. Even Kavaser's not a joke. She's one of the few ways to get insight, and she's still a good hero. But yeah, red is really, really strong. With that said, though, the second best color is obviously green, because Corin's great, Alir's great, and getting a rearmed hero like Lucina is going to be fantastic. Followed by Carlos, which is Goveg, Hortensia, and Asker. I was going to say Alir. That's really good too. Goveg's still really good in Ether Raid's defense. Hortensia as one of the only rearmed healers in the game. Great fodder value, especially. And Asker is not out of date, enables teams. Blue's last. Shed's still good. Lumera is okay, but without seeing Phase Refine, it's hard to say how good it truly is. But in a month from now, when we get phase refined, it could be way, way better. So that's your summoning order. Legendary Yato's dead. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown before we begin about Lumera is okay. You sometimes want Lumera, sometimes you don't care about Lumera. She fits some teams. Why they hate Yato so much? We can talk about that with the guys later, but yeah, well, definitely. Okay, so let me introduce our podcast before we begin. Though I'm not even sure what happened to everyone else. Okay, before we go any further, so going forward, we're gonna have these trailer streams be 2 segments. Segment 1, just a pure reaction stream. I'm not gonna get too deep into everything. I'll just go over what the hero is, some general thoughts. If I'm surprised, if I'm set, if I'm happy, reaction to power creep, whatever. That's pretty normal, but I won't go too deep into heroes because afterwards we'll have our podcast. Officially called What the Fae. It used to be called Faecast, then we changed it to Nimcast, and then we're changing it to What the Fae because that's something Fae has said. And I think it fits perfectly in describing, you know, what's going on in Fae. And for those who weren't here at the start of the stream, the last time we did our podcast was 5 years ago. April-ish was our last episode, I think. We had 12 episodes of our podcast. It's been a long time. But yeah, we're bringing that back. We're gonna shoot it live on stream. So your reactions, whatnot, will be on stream. And it'll be edited and we'll release it on the YouTube channel afterwards. So I think in the future, we're gonna break things up into reaction stream and then What the Fae. And every What the Fae podcast episode will go over the heroes because it'll be after every banner trailer. We'll go over the heroes and we'll go over some segments, main topics, and we'll go over some fun facts just for the hell of it. But yeah, tonight will be episode 1. We haven't done this in forever. And we'll have guests over time. So, that gets to this part 2. I'm going to do a proper announcement of this. But we're going to open up our stream guest applications officially again. This will be for like temporary stream guests for episodes. So if you guys want to be a part of this, join our Discord, which is now easily visible because it's right at the bottom. I'll put in announcements. I'll make a full-on write-up and introduction of our stream guests after the stream because I don't want to delay it any longer. But yeah, if you guys are interested in becoming a stream guest and being a part of these podcasts going forward, even if it's for like an episode or 2, do sign up and we'll see where we go. Someone's not allowed to be a part of this, by the way. Is next month going to be an Emblem hero? I think it's like every other month we're doing Emblem heroes now. Alright. I think we cover everything? I think we're good to go then. Can me and my wife sign up? Yeah, of course. Everyone's free to sign up. As long as you do have something that we can use. Like if you're a completely new player, like that's pretty cool. As a couple, that'd be pretty fun. If you're both fire couple, like that's like as long as there's something that makes you discernible and distinct, you can be a part of it. Can I sign up Slugma? No. You don't have to sign up yourselves. Oh yeah, the midpoint trailer is going to be sometime soon as well, because we're 6 months in. Alright, I want to double check over the donated messages before we begin. Valentine Miss? You mean Myrrh? Any dragon, including Brave Corin, can now be anti-warp. Yep. Dragon Flying Shot is like Dragon's Roar. Yep. Alright.
Okay, well, I'm here. I don't know where Legion is. I added them twice.
Okay. This is gonna be rough. This is how we're gonna start our first episode, but alright.
Yeah, of all the days, right?
Alright. I don't know, man. If I introduce it, we have to start.
Yeah, no, great. An extra burden on both of us in that case, I guess.
I wanted the podcast to be about romance. How sang X Sugma? No, thank you.
Oh, God.
Is this banner hype for real? I think it's banner hype's for real. But we'll talk about it in a moment.
Yeah.
It's my favorite old man Dex. Yes, it's your favorite old man Dex.
I see my reputation precedes me, whether I want it to or not.
All right. Well, I'm gonna introduce it. We're gonna start. We can't wait any longer.
Sure, why not?
Chat in the top left corner, you can see who's talking, so you won't have to be confused. I'll think about another layout in the future, but we're gonna go with this one for now. I used to have a different layout where we had it as all just names in the center, but I think that's a bit too I don't know. I don't
know, centered.
Well, not standard. It's okay to be standard.
I said centered.
Oh, centered. Whatever. I think we can clean it up a bit more, but I'll look into it in the future.
Okay. Sure.
Our favorite quote-unquote mod, yeah, quote-unquote.
Well, I'm not a mod on Twitch. I haven't been for a long time, which is fine. So.
A Fade channel is also hinted out for early June. Yeah. We'll talk about summer as well, chat. You have Dex and Legion a PNG tube model. I mean, everyone can set that up. I consider that as well, but I was like, I think that just makes things too cramped. Alright, I'm gonna start. Sip of water and then we're gonna begin the chat.
I unintentionally have like this very dramatic music playing in this what's supposed to be a relaxing playlist video. So now it's like starting the podcast is like this dramatic music. I'm not making myself any more relaxed. No.
What, are you nervous? You've done these.
No, it's not a big deal. It's just thinking about it in a new way is like as a podcast is kind of interesting.
Well, it was always podcast formatted.
Well,
so.
Yeah, it's not all that different.
For me, so this is why I wanted Legion here, chat. Did you know Legion was a part of our podcast from years ago? You can see him, the Legion avatar, right? That's Legion. The last time we did our podcast genuinely was in 2019. It has been many of years. And I also found out our old podcast, apparently calling it Nimcast was incorrect, because somebody else already had a podcast called Nimcast, and I laughed my butt off when I realized that. I was like, I was here first, how dare they take it? And I realized, wait, their first podcast was 7 years ago, and mine was 5 years ago. So technically, I took their name.
Sometimes it just works like that. That's fine.
Alright. Anyways, enough goofing around. Chat, welcome to your pilot episode of, because it's a reboot, of the podcast. It was called Nimcast back in the day, not because it was Nimius podcast, no, it was Nimdim podcast. So we always featured moderators and guests and whatnot, and we featured many people throughout the days, throughout the episodes. I'm not gonna name all of them, but yeah, it was a lot of fun back in the day. We've decided to bring it back because over the weekend at Anime North, I learned a lot more about podcasting, and we always structured the program like a podcast. We just never formally called it one because I didn't want to commit to it again. But yeah, after learning everything, I decided, hey, it's time to bring it back. After 5 years, I'm proud to be your host once again, except now I'm a VTuber, Sango Knight, and we have here, DX, the Fae Apologist.
I'm glad I could get a proper intro for this.
Yes, and you have a proper title again.
Interesting maneuver.
Congratulations, yes.
Whatever you want to call me, that's reasonably respectful, I will tolerate.
And we're supposed to have Legion here, but I don't know if he's going to be here in episode 1. Legion actually was part of the normal podcast from 5 years ago's chat, so he is actually a returning member from the original podcast, which is insane to think about.
He was around right after the trailer, but I don't know where he is now, so I've added him. He will either show up or not, I guess.
Right. Anyways, but to name the podcast, what is What the Fae? What the Fae is our... I don't know if it's going to be weekly, but whenever a banner comes up, I'll be giving a reaction stream, and afterwards we'll be discussing it over the guys. So it's very similar to the old format. However, it's not going to be just reactions to the trailer, but we will be talking about the new heroes and whatever our thoughts are on it. We'll also have segments. And for our first episode, our segment will include a couple things. First one for our pilot episode, we'll have you noticed we've been slowly getting less and less orbs every half anniversary? I wanted to cover that a while ago, but I didn't get the chance to. But
yeah, it makes sense to include it here.
Yeah, that's an interesting episode because I wanted to talk about how is Fire Emblem Heroes fudging the numbers. Then they have been fudging numbers, but we'll get to that. So that's one of the main segment things. Number 2, what is the most forgotten feature ever released? And I think that's a pretty fun little topic for everyone here.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
Because Fire Emblem Heroes has tried many things over the years, and they've given up on many things throughout the years. But we'll get into that.
Lots of one-offs, too.
Yep. What do you miss the most about Fae content? And this one is more personal to me, because as a Fae content creator, I don't make as much stuff as before, and it's really interesting to hear people talk about what they miss from the game and as content to consume. And then we'll have a fun fact segment, because those are our main topics. The fun fact segments are brief things that we're going to go over. And for tonight, we'll have seals we're missing, what does a Forging Bond survival poll usually look like, and revival poll results since May 2020. So you guys can have an idea of some other little aspects of Fae that you probably don't look into, but would be fun to learn about. So yeah, that is the itinerary, the agenda for episode 1. And in the future, we will have more guests. So as I mentioned, if you guys want to sign up and be a part of the Fae podcasts in the future with the Fae, I've already put in announcements for the stream guest board. If you sign up and make yourself different from everyone else, where we can organize and sort you into an episode that you would fit in, that'd be best. And we're going to be looking for external guests as well. So we already have a couple of people in mind to invite, but yeah. Finally, before we finally begin, if you ever have anything you want us to cover, join our Discord server, which is right in the center of the screen, discord.gg/nightnight. Feel free to put into Submit to Sanguine any topics you think you want us to cover, whether it's on Reddit, whether it's a question, anything else. Yeah. I think it covers just about everything before we can begin.
Yep. Sounds like it to me.
All right. So we'll start with the banner first, and then we'll get into the main segments. All right.
Fair enough.
This is the raw format of the podcast. It will be edited. It will be cleaned up before we release it. So do check out the YouTube channel if you missed it, if you want a cleaned up version.
Are we signed up?
Thank you, Raymond. Already our first sign up. A Fire Emblem couple.
Oh, nice.
That's crazy.
Happy to see that.
Thank you. Wolfie Pokemon, thank you for the follow as well. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah.
Sort of the unedited raw segment of things.
Right. So the way it works, we'll have an unedited raw segment, and we'll have an edited segment chat. So the edited segment will have it be cleaned out, and it'll be available on the YouTube channel. But in the future, we'll put it on other channels as well. I've looked into Spotify, for example. So
that'd be interesting.
Right. So you guys can listen to it on the YouTube channel. If you don't want to wait, you can go over the VOD. But if you do want to wait and you want to get the cleaner version, then just wait for the video or check the other sources once it does come out. So yeah, the turnaround time should be a couple days. Ideally, it'd be a day, but yeah, there's no promises. A couple of days I can definitely do. A day, there's no promises on that. Anyways, every segment for these will begin with the most common question. Was this what you expected? So Dex, did you expect it to be Legendary Male Corin after, and we checked this up, 3 years since female Corin came out?
Wow, 3 years. I somehow thought it was even longer, but yeah,
I
3
felt
years
like it was
is
4 at least.
A long time. Yeah, and suffice to say, no, I did not think of Corin at all. Like, I'd heard a couple people mentioning Corin over the last couple of legendary banners. I mean, people always throw out Corin because we know that it's theoretically a possibility, but no, I was thinking some weird out of left field guesses. Some people were saying Soth and Shez and Minerva and stuff like that. So no expectations here beyond maybe a left field pick, and lo and behold, it kind of was.
Yep. I didn't expect this at all either. I didn't think we'd be talking about Corin ever again. I thought they gave up. Who waits 3+ years? Legendary female Corin chat got her refined like months ago. So we definitely gave up.
Yeah, and she's actually coming to her own in the meta now, which is kind of funny to think about, that she has come full circle, whereas Legendary Male Corin is literally just getting in.
Yep. Though I just realized that's still less time from our last podcast episode to this podcast. Because that was 5 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Legendary
I will say
Rowan
that
win?
Legendary Ryoma to Legendary Xander parallels this a little bit.
Yes. I mean, we were always expecting this, but at a certain point, you should just give up. But I guess we were wrong to give up, so.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't expecting Corin. I was expecting, I guess no one in particular, but definitely not Corin. This was the furthest thing from my mind.
Mm-hmm. It's always a little tough to think of green legendaries, specifically because a lot of the main characters and the protagonists and stuff don't use like axes or dragon stones or stuff like that.
Yes.
When it's a red, you can think of all those swords and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But for this, it's a little tougher.
Yep. So yeah, I didn't foresee it. And we'll get to this after we go over his kit, but this is overlapping, and they even identified that by putting them both on the same banner. It's directly overlapping with Legendary Female Lear. They have a lot of the same concepts, though one is brave and one's not, but they have so many of the same concepts.
Yep, both are fast, and yeah, many more.
Yeah, high survivable, damage reduction, pierce bypassing. Anyways. Okay, so let's start with our hero, the Child of Dawn. So Corin is finally in the game. Penacor does not miss. Actually, it's been such a joy seeing Penacor throughout the years. The art continues to improve and improve. And Penacor put extra effort into feet this time because those are the most disturbing feet I've seen in a while.
That is Corin's whole shtick, it seems like, having those bare feet out. So
Yeah, but
I
this
guess
time
they put the effort in.
he even has gauntlets. His hands are covered, but his feet aren't.
Yeah, there's some irony there. I don't know if the gauntlets are from the Hoshido Noble outfit, or if they just added those for this art, but it's an interesting little contrast.
Yep. Anyways, Corin, officially Green Dragon Infantry, and he is Fire Blessed, VA Cam Clark, Artist Penacor. His kit is extremely ridiculous. We've truly hit Yu-Gi-Oh! Territory. No, sorry. We truly passed Yu-Gi-Oh! Territory. We established that last
stream. Yeah, we've been past it, exactly.
Dragon Fang Shot is the longest special I've ever seen, and it's the first time we got a Divine Vein in a special, right?
As far as I know, yes.
Oh my goodness. It's our missing co-host, Legion. Holy
he
crap.
arrives.
There I am. Sorry, I had some stuff I had to take care of.
Alright.
Unfortunate.
So we just got into the kit. Dragon Fang Shot. This is what we should be expecting from specials nowadays?
It seems so. It's along the lines of
The
Great
people of
Ether in terms
Redacted
of
don't wear
stacking on a
shoes,
bunch of
Azure
text
included.
and stuff you need to know about the special.
Chad, I don't think I can be a part of a culture where you're not allowed to wear shoes.
Ooh, that'd take a lot of getting used to.
Have you guys walked on concrete recently? Like, with your bare feet? It is not a pleasant experience.
No.
Closest I've been is socks in the recent times.
Yeah. No, thank you. Even okay, as a kid, I loved going to the beach, but like when I went to the beach a while ago, sand in your feet used to not mind it. Now very much mind it. Like
Anakin has a good point.
Yeah, it gets everywhere, especially under your toenails, which sucks.
Ugh, yeah.
It is certainly coarse and rough, if nothing else.
Well, that's sad.
Extending that a little bit.
Maybe it's not a problem for him because he has Divine Vein water, so he's just stepping in water, so it's less bad. Jeez.
That maybe helps a little bit. I don't know.
Alright, but Dragon Fang Shot is officially out. Boosts special damage by 4% units of res when special triggers. That already reminded me of Dragon's Roar? What is it called?
Yep,
Yeah, Dragon's
Roar.
Roar.
It's the same style of 40% res as Dragon's Roar.
Yeah, and then it still has the damage reduction. And
Except I believe one less cooldown, if I'm not mistaken.
one less
It is
cooldown.
one less cooldown. Yep.
Okay. And then the damage reduction bypass is huge. It's like a mixture. Yeah, it's like a mixture, essentially, of various skills we got in the past then.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only thing that's super new, but way, way important, Divine Vein Water. I can't believe they put this in a special. Because that
Yeah,
clears up a
it's
C slot
unprecedented.
or B slot or whatever slot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, technically speaking.
Yep.
It just shifts it around. It would be on the perf otherwise, but they wanted it tied to the special triggering.
Yep. Speed minus 5, great. Damage reduction, great. It's super good.
The
as a
name
result.
Dragon Fang shot is
Yeah,
taken
it's
from
and the-
Smash.
essentially
Difficult terrain, of course.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Yeah.
people have always been bringing this up. A lot of these skills are from Smash Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah.
And sometimes even earlier than that. I think Dragon Fang Shot was what it was called even back in the 3DS era, but I could be wrong.
Yep.
I
So,
know
Yes,
that
I'm
Great
pretty sure.
Ether has been an Ike fixture for a while in Smash.
yes. But did people even really know about these names? Because, okay, whenever, if you're a Smash player, they always call it like F tilt, for example, forward tilt, up tilt, or, you know, holding up and then tilting. Like, they actually have names for it, but they usually
I
don't
think-
call
I
anything
think
in
this
particular.
is side special, which means that
Yes.
the only time it would have been officially named would have been specifically in Smash 3DS / Smash Wii. Where
Yeah,
you,
the thing
where-
about... Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah, I was just going to say, the thing about
It is
Great
literally
Ether
here.
is that, yeah, there we go,
close
Dragon
enough.
Fang Thrust. Basically the same, yeah.
But they didn't make it the same because it's official. We'll never get a Yato, just like we'll never get a Levin Dagger. Because,
well, we do have 11 dagger. That's the thing.
no,
we don't have 11
for
sword.
for Robin.
Sword.
Yes. The sword version. Wait, Robin doesn't have the sword.
No, Gangrel has 11 dagger.
Yeah, Gangrel has
Wait,
all of them.
11 sword is the one that actually exists and is not in Fey.
Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah. So these are the official moves, so I guess they didn't have to think too hard about naming things. But yeah. This is in his
I
kit.
wonder, there were some 3DS add-on moves that were special. Like you couldn't use them obviously in competitive play, but you could unlock them through events.
Oh, yeah, and they
in
might have
the-
used those as well.
Maybe that was what this is.
They do have names as well, right?
Yeah. But I think Great Ether is more recognizable because Ike, literally when he does his final smash, he shouts it as he's, hitting you a bunch of times with his sword.
Yep. Yep. Anyways,
Yeah,
Hoshi.
neutral special. At least his neutral special is literally called Dragon Fang Shot, and I think
Exactly.
that's actually just his natural neutral special. So,
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was in his kit somewhere. Okay.
We got Dragon Fang shot, Counter Surge. Technically, we're just waiting on remaining ults to have Dragon Lunge, Draconic Ascent, and Torrential Roar, one of which Emblem Corin will have low.
Okay, that actually could happen. For those who don't know, this is Corin number 12? No, just kidding. 13? No. It's Corin number 14, actually.
Something. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Regardless.
In a
that's
game
for
of
male at least.
right. Well,
Yeah.
it's for both Corins, I believe. But yeah, it's huge because this is the most. Is this, in terms of Avatar character, the most we've ever gotten? There's a Fates bias in this game, clearly.
I want to say it is. I'm trying to think. How many Robins do we have? I guess that would be the competition.
10. Actually, I think more. 5, 10, 15.
There's
Robins.
15 Robins. Okay,
Wow.
wow.
And that includes the Grimas, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yes.
well, okay, that's iffy with me, but all right.
It's a bit touchy.
Yeah.
But technically.
This is technically just Corin and actually Corin. Grima's technically supposed to be a different character, but yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, with that said, Hoshido's Breath is also really good. It is DC. It is slaying. So this got really interesting. Tomorrow when the downline comes out, I'll be interested in comparing him directly to both Lears, both Legendary Lears.
Yeah,
in
that'll be an
particular.
interesting comparison.
Absolutely.
Because all of them are going to be fast.
Yep. Yeah, slaying DC, and then Times Pulse. I'm surprised he didn't just write Times Pulse 4, because that's essentially what he has as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Because he has a second segment underneath for some reason. They could have just, whatever. It's fine. Anyways, he gets up to 14 extra stats, 7 damage reduction, and then this is the better reduction. First attack, only the first attack. Grants unit attacks
Same
twice,
as the
means
non-foes.
first and second. Yep.
Interesting.
And then if you outres him by 5, he gets Scowl, and another part times times 4. So as a whole, when you put it together, maybe it's not the longest move, but it is so good. It catches everything you would ever have needed.
Yep. It's very much just a catch-all weapon. It checks all the boxes and isn't all that flashy, but the special is. The special makes up for the flashiness of part of the weapon.
Kind of what they've been doing with disencounter weapons recently, where they have a lot of effects, but they're not flashy for the most part. They just have a lot of effects that are really good for the unit. Thing with like Valentine's Myrrh or Emblem Mike, for example. Even if Emblem Mike is obviously disgusting for Null C, Emblem Ragnell is pretty simple.
Yep.
Same thing here.
Simple. The one thing that they're being simple about is on DC weapons, and they're still good and have a lot of effects.
Yep.
But yeah, that's clearly one of the best DC weapons we've ever gotten. And then the rest of the kit got kind of weird for me. Speed Res Finish 4 makes some sense, but you need that visible stat for Ploy, so I don't think it's ideal on him.
I mean, if he has somewhere around 47 res, it'll catch anything that isn't another Ploy unit at least.
Right, but if that's the case, why isn't attack speed finish instead? Why do you need the res?
To make use of for High Dragon Wall.
Yeah, but
Talon for Dragon Wall.
High Dragon Wall is not as useful as I think, like most people would think it is.
Special is also Dragon Wall.
I think the last effect of High Dragon Wall is going to be what makes it interesting.
Right. Because when it comes
by far.
When it comes to damage reduction, 7 res is not going to be very meaningful, especially in a case like this. So that's the reason why I'm discounting it.
I still like that because, like Legion said, he has that Dragon Wall elsewhere in his, I think, special. Yeah.
And it's
I'm
also
not saying it's useless.
Actual res bulk. The whole point is that he's supposed to be not quite a mage killer, but pretty much just being able to actually spunge those hits. Damage
as well.
Yeah, I guess damage is something like
special.
Yeah, I mean, I guess damage is technically something that male Corin you could say he wants, but honestly, when it comes to these kind of units, I think that most of us can agree infantry tanks tank first, kill second. So speed res finish kind of helps that still.
The thing that confused me more than finish actually was ploy. Why they didn't introduce speed res ploy on him.
Oh yeah, it would have been perfect. Right.
Angling towards speed and res, yeah.
Yeah, it's another attack res ploy, which is weird. Yeah, that would have made perfect sense.
Ploy.
That could have
that could have worked as well. You had options. Speed res made more sense because of the comparison stats, but still.
Yeah, right. I think that res ploy was honestly more important, but yeah, speed res ploy would have been nice. It's not a bad ploy, it's just why.
Yeah. Also, continuing on, High Dragon Wall, this officially just became really high in demand. They've been releasing a lot of dragons high speed, high res as of late, and it's officially, we got the next evolution of Dragon Wall. It took a while, but it's finally here, and this is exactly what they want, and I think it's way better than Dodge 4s, by far.
Yes, because it actually does something productive.
Yep. Instead of 10% more damage reduction, which, who cares? Like, that's almost next to nothing. This is huge. Denying a warp is the difference between surviving and dying.
No, Warp Bubble has become the meta, and having Warp Bubble on an inheritable skill is invaluable.
Yeah.
The amount of utility that is just ridiculous.
Let's be clear, it is not full Warp Bubble. Because
it's only ranged.
But that is the most important part of Warp Bubble, because ranged opponents are the ones that are going to be really scary and lunging in on every part of your team, and it's so annoying to deal with the ranged threats that have charge and have warping or extra movement, and so this is the most important part of that.
You aren't stopping Legendary Alencia, but you are stopping Spring Chloe, and I think we all know who's the more scary unit right now of those two specifically. So, no, having any form of it is ridiculous.
It's a very good kit.
Really helpful.
His stat line, it's not revealed, but it's likely to be like Legendary Male Lear, which is the goofy part. We've been getting so many dragons of speed and res. And you add Lumera to that list, and you add the Connus to that list. This archetype has been showing up very often.
And Nell.
And now Nell, yes.
Yeah, it is showing up a lot recently, compared to where it seemed pretty rare before. So I think they're realizing that dragons need to spec into speed and res if they want to have a reliable combination of, okay, we're going to have enough speed to double and not get doubled, but also make productive use of Scowl and fight ranged units.
Bulky dragons on both sides can still exist. We still got Valentine's Myrrh, for example, but...
Yeah, but you have to tank speed for that.
Yeah. I mean, part of it's also just the specific dragons they've chosen are fast, but yeah, when it comes to a dragon, your first 2 stats have to be speed and res, because dragon is synonymous with scowl and dragon wall. Everything they do is res based, so you're kind of stuck in that archetype. A bad res dragon is bad.
Yeah.
There's just no way around that.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Bantu.
Well, they cover this perfectly. So, quick thoughts on the kit. If you were to rate it out of 5, just the kit.
It as a whole, 4
I would say
5.
like 4 probably.
I don't think I can give it a
don't like-
5 because I don't think speed res finish is ideal on him.
I like
Simple.
the speed res finish. I don't like
and
the
CD
void.
to
Okay
avoid the
with that,
sweep
yeah.
effect,
I agree
while
with
Corin
you
comes
on
with
that part.
anti-warp to avoid Inuka getting to him.
Personally, I've been more of a fan of speccing into bulk, and I've honestly almost been so far inclined as to give, like, if I were to use Mythical Mara more seriously, speed res scowl would just be way more preferred for me. I personally just like my tanky units to be tanky first. If they can kill, fine. If they can't, whatever. Attack speed finish makes more sense on a logical scale, but I gotta look at what limits these tanks can actually push, because when you only have 40 HP, sometimes it can get pushed pretty easily, even with good DR. Just saying.
It's true.
I'm not completely sure about that. Also, they did make him fair, which is not something we can say about a lot of other heroes, because he isn't resistant to null C disrupt. He doesn't have null C disrupt, so he's
Yes.
not resistant to fire sweep weapons.
Yeah, Fire Sweep will actually put a dent in him. Even if it's just getting some damage off, it's still going to be a reliable way to attack into him.
Yeah, but they've been which is nice because they've practically just been giving it away for free. We've gotten like 3 heroes over the past 6 months that are just dominant because if they don't care about sweeps.
Winter Byleth, Emblem Mike, who else?
Or am I misforgetting?
Maybe not someone in the last 6 months besides those 2, but I could check again.
Valentine's Mirror is the other unit that's scary, but she doesn't have no C. She just counters
No,
DR
she's
as a
just
savior.
insanely bulky.
Let
yeah,
me
and also
look him
anti-DR.
up.
Because I think I actually remember checking this recently, and I don't believe there was anything else disrupt. Let me double check. So, Emblem now, Starlight, Queen's Blade, nothing else recently.
Okay, so I misremembered
That
then.
stuff is a bit older then, yeah.
I mean, I guess with Summer Fiorm being in Hollow form, she has null C disrupt, so she'll see a
That's
resurgence, and she's a null C unit by coincidence, but that's about it.
It's still rare, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets more common.
Oh, I think I included Ledger Mail into it because of the miracle effect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess I will say this much, at least Corin doesn't have to deal with Fatal 4.
That's true. Yeah, Legendary Male Lear gets hard countered by that.
Okay, as if it's common. Come on.
It's getting more and more
At least
common.
in Summoner Duels play, I see Fatal Smoke 4 more than I used to, for sure.
Sure.
Almost every match, actually, now.
You see it almost every match. Well, I
I
can't
don't
say
know
the
about
same.
that. That's way too much. I played 4 or 5 matches last Summer Duels round, and I won 3, I lost 2, and I distinctly...
I climbed from tier 17 to 24 in 2 weeks, so yeah. I got my fair share.
Jeez.
You certainly.
You're
rose
the
up
only one I
ranks.
know spending that much time on it.
I just
Well,
had a
which was
weird
also
amount of
trying
time.
to Do
And
the
I was,
assassins, trying to do Aramia, and then
I was trying to do it with the assassins. So
I don't
yeah, I just finished Aramia, so figured I might as well use that practice for something.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot understand it, but I admire your commitment.
All right. Since this is going to be a question people are going to be asking, we might as well
Yes.
address it right now. Best B slot right now for, in general, if you don't have to worry about restrictions, because
I think
Lagoo's
I
Friend
know.
is relatively new.
Yeah,
Counter Roar, I still think
No.
is pretty good, but it's been showing up.
I think it's good, but no,
Resurgence is
not
being
to the level.
Right, it's not at its level. And then, of course, High Dragon Wall is absolutely new at this point. Not to mention, we had things in the past like Bulwark 4. Still not bad, but like... And then, of
Yeah,
course, we
solid.
got Magical Null Follow-Up, Physical Null Follow-Up as well. And then
Tempo Force.
Tempo 4s, right? Like, we've got
Right.
a lot of B slots as of late. This is definitely up on that list.
100%.
certainly makes the top cut, yeah.
Completely revolutionizes. Keep in mind, by the only thing that's based about this B slot is that it inflicts speed penalties. Nothing else is actually speed focused. You can put this on a slow dragon. In that regard, it kind of just revolutionizes the whole concept of using dragons. Because, I mean, yes, Dragon Wall is pierceable, but first of all, most dragons have Scowl. So the special-based DR Pierce is harder to do. But second, it's still the ridiculous utility of Warp Bubble in a meta where range units are constantly warping these days. Basically all of them.
Yeah.
So, if nothing else, I think that the way it just completely shifts the meta on an inheritable skill, not Valentine's Mirror or Gatekeeper, is ridiculous. And it absolutely deserves a top slot.
Fair. Yeah.
I would say
that, too.
that and Lagoo's Friend 4 are the two best skills for dragons in general.
Yep.
Probably the two. I'll say, as far as top Bs overall, it's looking between those two, and then probably. I think I flared an assassin, occultist and assassin strike might be the next ones for me.
For pure damage, okay.
I can absolutely see those.
Yeah. So it isn't perfect on Corin, by the way, because he doesn't have not follow up. He doesn't. He doesn't have. Well, he does have damage piercing, which is nice because that's usually what people want from their B slots.
And actually, doubly so if he gets the water vein off.
Yeah.
Bit touchy, but yeah, he can definitely cut through most DR on his own, which is nice.
Which is why, as an inheritable skill, I was going to point out, it's not perfect on most heroes because you're going to give up a lot of things to pick this up as your B slot. Right, for the warp denial. But if you don't have damage piercing in the current meta, that could be the death to your character because you just lose the fights straight up. Or survivability, which again, you can lose fights straight up. Or no fault, which again, you can lose fights straight up. So there's a lot of things you could potentially give up. So on paper, it seems really good, especially in the context of Corin, but...
I mean, also part of it is we don't know what dragons can use it yet. Because Dragon Wall is available to all dragons, so...
I expect this to be all dragons. Why would they not?
If it is, then... That also brings up, like, armors, for example.
Yeah.
Having a far save with that, I don't think they care about any of that other stuff.
Well, I mean, they already made Myrrh, and that was the idea of Myrrh, so...
Yeah.
Right?
So it would just be turning other armored dragons into pseudo-Myrrh.
Yeah.
Heavy emphasis on pseudo, because you can't use Hardy Fighter or...
Weaving
the new
or,
one.
Yeah,
or
so...
Canny.
Canny Fighter.
That's why I think it's fine, because you don't invalidate Myrrh, she's still better.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
Just,
true.
it's the inheritable utility that makes it... No matter what, it's going to fundamentally change the dragon meta, even if some dragons are still going to prefer other options.
Right,
It's
so I
just-
expect it to be
This is here to stay. Yeah.
everyone using it.
Yeah, I think it'll have the strongest use case if your dragon has something that can get through DR, whether it's team support or just having a weapon that has some way to get through it, or I don't know exactly how many dragon weapons do that, but over time I think we'll find more use cases for this skill.
I mean, that's why we have the Elirs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's move on. Next topic. Okay, next topic. The banner itself. This...
Good banner.
The
I think this
Emblem
might be-
banner itself.
Right, I mean...
Yeah,
So-
red was just inevitably great.
Right, so I think this got brought up earlier on. Your color order. Because when I looked at this banner, despite the fact that the headliner is green, it's not green. It's not the best color.
Yeah, it's actually not.
This
I would
banner
just
is
say
red
straight
first.
up. Yep.
Red first, yeah. Which also in the future chat, how long do we have to wait for the rerun of Ike and Marth? It wasn't that long, actually.
Ike was 2 months.
Ike was 2 months, exactly. Which just means in the
That
future,
was
if you
ridiculous.
don't get Emblem Heroes right away, don't worry so much.
Yeah, you can wait a bit. It's not the end
Yep.
of the world, thankfully.
2 to 3 months, and it might be on a better color share, depending on the circumstances. I mean, this
Or
is
a
literally both
godlike
emblems.
color share like this
Yeah,
one.
this color share is ridiculous. Even no matter what your opinions are on Kabasi, fodder is ridiculous, so wow.
Yeah. So the reason why I brought that up is because the people who actually won are the people who didn't even pull for Ike or Marth yet. Because they just got a perfect banner.
Yeah, assuming they saved up a bit for it, then they're absolutely in good hands right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely not. I mean, I guess the only thing is, of course, you can't really choose which one you get now, but you couldn't really choose if you got them at
well,
all on their original runs.
Right,
so
and
whatever.
if we're talking about sparking, you can still spark, so.
Exactly.
You can just keep going red until you spark. And if you want to, mix in some of the other colors because those aren't bad either.
Yeah, the sniping is way better here as well. So Kvaser, for those who forgot, the reason why she's high value, she has Insight. And one of the few options to get Insight. It's not easy to get.
And it's a very versatile skill, not just for mage cavs, which is really nice. Although Flared Occultist Insight, Flared Assassin's Insight, two of the most common skill paths in the entire game for ranged cavs. Kvasir is part of that. And even then, she's still a pretty decent Dark Mythic.
Yeah,
so
okay.
What
do you say?
That.
She did 6 damage to Corin. Come on.
She has been facing some interesting matchups lately, I'll say that.
I thought that was hilarious.
This is where you switch to Flared Occultist Divine Devoted Basket Kvasir.
Oh my god. The Devoted Basket meta. One day, I want to gather some examples of that so we can cover it on one of these podcasts. It'd be hilarious.
Devoted Basket is something else.
The
I've
obsession,
never seen an narrative like that.
Obsession with people trying on everything. I've seen people give up like truly good weapons just to run it. It's insane. Like I've
also seen people run it on Henry and think about running it on Bride Sophia.
Yeah, I know. It's been obsessive.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll be funny.
Obsessive.
Okay, but yeah, red first. Number 2, I think it's green. Easily. Because
definitely.
Corin is really good, but we know Alear. Alear's a known value, and we know she's really good. I mean, there's a reason why she got into the Green Dream banner, Hero Rises banner. So, fair enough.
Yep, shouldn't exactly age out.
Yep. And you can never go up against a rearm hero, especially like Lucina with Prima. Is that how you say it?
Prima.
Yeah, it is
Prima.
the best arcane weapon currently that I can think of, actually.
Arcane Fellstone, but that required...
Yeah, I guess
stat
it has
scaling.
more stats, yes. But other than...
The nulls
than
are
that,
really
even-
nice on Threema, though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Threema distinguishes itself.
Well, not
And
a
it
bad
also
hero.
just has global debuff.
Oh, no. Lucina's a great unit
And yeah,
as
Lucina
well.
herself is good. Yep.
Feature Sight, X
Good fodder,
speed defense
too.
stag, alarm defense res, yeah, incredibly good fodder, and attack speed clutch is often the best A slot whenever you can use it. So yeah, very nice.
Yeah, although Excels, unfortunately, have kind of come out to steal their thunder, but still a good skill.
I forgot. What's the restriction on Excel again?
Excel has, same as Clash, so infantry
Which is
can
weird.
also use it.
Okay, so that means actually his best A slot for Corin should be Excel, no?
I would
The only thing is that you have, first of all, how much res are you willing to give up? Because again, but also,
Well, if you give up that res, you're
have
still
to-
getting survivability back.
yeah, the big thing is that when you compare it, you only get the special DR in enemy phase, so it's a matter of can Corin player phase at all to make use of full Excel? Because I don't know, maybe. I think it's a worthy option to consider.
Okay, we'll see that when it happens. But yeah, I'm not a fan of speed res finish on the A slot, but I can see that. Obviously, understand it, but yeah, the
I
Excel
always
top
try
is really
waiting for
interesting.
speed res Excel, but that's a little dicey.
I don't think I want to see that. Almost no hero would use it.
Yeah, that's why they haven't released like speed res Clash yet. So.
Oh my god, and Clash has been around for how long now? Holy crap!
Been around
Was
since
Brave
Brave
Seliph the one? Yeah.
Yeah,
Same with
so
finishes.
it's EOS time, and we get speed res Excel. Yeah, we'll release it now because we don't have anything else to do.
Well, we'll get to some of that stuff with the seals that are
Yep,
going to be
yep.
coming up. Yeah.
Okay, so and then to sum it up, the worst color is easily blue, but
100%.
Yeah, I would agree.
there's an asterisk there because Phase Refine's coming up, and even though she's terrible now, she might not be terrible in a month.
Is it really in a month?
It's not that close.
Is it? Okay,
She's
I was
still
told it was
on
in a
it.
month.
She's on this.
A while away.
She's on this banner. Why would it be in a month?
I was told it's within the month, but okay, maybe.
Someone misinformed you, I think, as chatters sometimes do.
All right, we can double check this, but I don't
Yeah,
think
let's-
it's that long.
It's
Either
not
way.
that long,
No.
but it's still probably closer to 6 months. Because
Wow, really?
Just for perspective's sake, the following legendaries are before Fae right now that have not been remixed: Claude, Micaiah. Actually, that's it.
Oh,
But then
okay,
right
well,
after would be Atri. So just to give some time perspective,
then 2 months.
it would be for probably because we're approaching the double. Because there's a double, I believe, in July, August. I have to double check when. We'd have
There's
to
going
see
to
when
be, I
Fae's
believe,
being
Claude
rerun.
and Ashera are sharing one with each other.
Yes.
Is that in August?
That one, I think it's July or August. But we're approaching, I think the next couple are supposed to be Mythic Legendary share, so Faye gets pushed off further because of that. That's why she's on a actual banner and not snapped into the Legendary remix pool yet.
So in that case, she'd probably be what, September or October?
Yep, somewhere around there.
Okay. So we'd be talking, 5 months or so.
But I will say,
Little
definitely keep an eye on her because she is one of the only units with Special Miracle, and that has become increasingly valuable. So she actually might have some good value post remix.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Whatever the case, it's sooner than later, and it's not like Lumera's terrible and Chez is still a good damage dealer, so there you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
blue is the worst, and it's not even bad, so that's a good sign.
Yep. As long as you're willing to play the long con on Faye, because again, as she stands, terrible. But
we didn't talk about
the short to medium con.
colorless.
We didn't talk about colors. Oh yeah, also Goveg is
Colorless
amazing
solid.
still. On Aetherite's
Yeah.
defense, whenever she breaks in and she didn't die, she just won the fight. Is usually how it works.
Yep. Yeah, you just lose most of the time if you can't kill her. So, bit of a skill check, but a very good skill check. And Flared Occultist. Possibly the most iconic combination ever.
Cannot go wrong with that fodder combination. My
Nope.
goodness, that's just every mage cav and mage flyer for that matter, who has any speed, wants them.
All right.
Not to mention, Asker is still really good support. Bulk hybrid. Laguz gave him some new life.
Yeah,
And
he's solid.
Hortensia has a really nice rearm path as a healer. Very unique in that regard. And surprisingly, is also quite meta herself.
Yeah, she's very good in summoner duels in particular because of that
With
3
midpoint coming up,
space
which sister do you think we'll
effect
get?
range that she
I
has.
def want it
And
up
being able to
first.
also just inflict her debuffs from anywhere on the map as a healer. It's
So
really
flexible.
nice.
Okay, Grim, we'll get to that one in a moment. But yeah, Colors is really good. Arcane Charmer is really good, and
Love that weapon.
right. If you got a healer, that's it. Okay, so we'll move on to the next topic. Which this wasn't on the itinerary, but this one should be talked about.
Right.
And that is, we're almost there. Midpoint banner.
Yep,
Yeah,
next
that's
week.
coming
Which,
right
can't wait.
Oh boy.
I've been counting the days.
So the midpoint banner is going to be interesting. It'll be one of the Nidhogg sisters. We already know what they both look like, right?
I think it'll be
Crestfelger.
Crestfelger.
Well, here's
Wait,
the thing,
actually.
right? We do know what they both look like, but there's still 2 more characters left in
Right.
that promotional art that we haven't seen yet. And the current running theory, one of the running theories rather, is that
This
the
one new.
lady on the right is going to be an ally.
Mm.
So we may see, may not even know who our midpoint unit is yet. Because we also, would either Nithogr or Hresfelger actually join us at this point in the story? Because, I mean, for those actually following it,
I don't think
so.
I don't think they follow any of these things. They don't. Just whatever that can make money off of. Is
But
what
yeah,
I mean,
like
Letizia-
Asker didn't.
Yeah. Letizia, for example, was summonable around this point, but she died. So,
Yeah.
unless they want to kill off one of those 2, and also what are those 2 other characters even doing, I think that the midpoint mythic might be somebody we haven't seen yet.
Okay, so it's the girl on the right you're arguing for. We don't.
Yeah.
Also, this is not really on topic, but this story has gone nowhere. We're halfway through.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is just a load of
Been
nothing.
build up. It's been build up the whole time.
Yeah, but there's been no
Okay,
sustenance. Every single month, it's just no sustenance.
Yep, substance. But yeah, it's definitely not getting anywhere. I mean, I like the whole idea of covert ops stuff, but it's like, it's just nothing.
You can,
Never
they can
trust
drag
Faye
it
to
out.
handle an interesting concept. They'll
Right.
just-
Because they can just drag it
bundle
out
it
forever
somehow.
if they wanted to, and it genuinely feels like that's what they've been doing. Nothing. Every single month, there's like, oh, surprising revelation that does not matter. Congratulations.
I mean, we met Leyrother, so I'm assuming the midpoint trailer will probably have Leyrother in it, so things are getting somewhere. It's just it took half a book to do anything.
Yeah, that was the big problem. Is that before then it was just, oh, little skirmish here. Oh, we're gonna try a peace ceremony. Oh no, it didn't work. Okay.
we're gonna. Someone's gonna be assassinated. Oh wait, it's not gonna happen. Oh,
Oh, wait,
it's
it did
easily
happen.
stopped. Oh,
But
Yeah, it did, but oh, it's well.
it did,
we're
but
gonna-
not quite.
yeah. So you put it all together. this genuinely feels like, you guys remember as kids and you had a word limit you have to hit? That's what it feels like.
Essay.
It absolutely feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They
hey, Chris
got an
Woods.
assignment, and it was like, okay, we're gonna have you write up this world tree story, and you got to make sure that it fits the word limit. And they were like, well, maybe if we like add 3 extra scenarios that we didn't really need in there, and like 3 extra events that don't do anything, maybe that'll meet the limit. And they're like, yeah, go with it. That's fine. We like that.
So this is a writing concept called red herrings, except they don't want you to actually think it's red herrings, but they're straight up red herrings. Because if you remove this from the story, it wouldn't really change anything. So
not really. And also, if you overuse red herrings, readers just get tired of it. Like, you can do 1 or 2 and get away with it. But chapter after chapter is just silly.
Yeah. So, anyways. Okay, with that said, midpoint banner coming up, do expect it. So this is, it's a hard commitment. So next topic, are you pulling on this banner?
120%.
Yes, I need to pull on red. I need Ike's for Lagoo's friend.
I was planning on pulling this banner for a month, so yes, I am absolutely. I've already got the orbs ready to spark an Ike, and
I haven't played it for months, but I'm definitely I was planning it for a while, so I'm gonna follow through on that.
Yeah, so I brought this up because we went over the midpoint banner coming up. We know the summer banners are coming up. We know at the end of the summer banners, we have Choose Your Legends. We know there's going to be other Legendaries and Mythics that are going to be really good on the way as well.
Also, June is an Emblem banner.
Yeah, so it's so crowded, but even with all of that, how do you not pull? Is how I see it.
Yeah.
Emblems, they're just so valuable, and Lagoo's 4 is just so valuable. If you're a whale, merging emblems has a lot of value too.
Yep.
So, one of the few things I think Faye has gotten quite good at, maybe not even recently, but just over the last while, is squeezing your orb budget, making it impossible to figure out which banner you should go for because there are so many high value banners.
Then they'll throw in one like the Bride banner, where I personally just felt like it was whatever. So that happens.
Yeah, every once in a while that happens.
I'm glad not every banner is just pure power creep because I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
Same. Sometimes I like it because I'm biased to Nurgle.
By the way, we say that
banner was really fun, but yeah.
Remember, Dual Shrina is no joke. So even though
absolutely,
even though we said that,
very annoying.
She is stupendously annoying. The Tempest Trials this time around has been a nightmare. Like, an absolute nightmare. If you don't auto battle, have someone on auto battle team to immediately fight and kill her, she'll wipe your team.
Yeah. The only I mean, let's put it this way. Once in a blue moon, my Emblem Ike will die, and then I immediately end up on Team 4. I don't even remember what's on Team 2 and 3, but they used to work. I just end up on Team 4.
Yeah, and I know who's on my Team 2. My Brave Edelgard. She doesn't win. Why?
No. Because Sharena is bulky.
That true DR goes a long way.
Yeah, so even though we just said, hell, that banner was more respectable, not that power creepy, it still has a hero like Sharena, so.
Yeah, no, every banner inevitably is going to have good value, at least these days, comparing to last year's new Bride banner. Not really at all, but these days, every banner is going to have value. It's just sometimes it's not value that most people need, and that's what we look for.
Even look at one of the most seen as forgettable banners of fairly recent history, like early on this year. I was gonna say the Thracia banner, because Tina actually shows up a lot, even to this day, and she's an impactful unit in Ether raids. So it's like, even on a banner like that did pretty poorly, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Still,
they all did poorly.
Can I mention that it's very messed up how the immediate next banner after Nell. Corin is getting Dragon Boost to be a Steve when she didn't.
I mean, attuned Azura, I would say, isn't a huge impact, but she still is a very, very good dancer if you can get your hands on her.
Absolutely. Passive support's still absolutely nuts.
Oh, they absolutely crapped on Nell. Nell doesn't make any sense. Like, we did.
I mean, she's a demote. But,
but she doesn't even beat other demotes like Kana. So.
Yes.
I mean,
she's unfortunately slightly worse than them for the most part.
Slightly worse is the part that's more annoying. Regardless. I hope that she wouldn't be better by a large margin, considering they're literally 4 months apart-ish, 5.
Yeah.
But
she's literally a protagonist, but
yeah, so it didn't make sense. But yeah, That was a weird thing. Anyways, with that, the banner concluded, we can finally go on to the fun segments that we have planned for the What the Fae. And
on the segments. And that's, I wanted to say at some point, that is my name, by the way. I'm happy that I was able to come up with that.
no, Faye came up with that. You just mentioned.
Well,
Faye came up with it. You can't just say I videoed
I was, no, I should clarify. I took
Yes.
it from.
There
Faye
you go.
Channel's
There you go.
Faye
That's
stuff.
accurate. You can't just say like
And-
I made it. What the heck?
No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't literally make the phrase. but
Mr.
that
Faye
is-
You
over
suggested
here.
it. I'll take that. There you go.
Yes, I was the one who suggested it. Yeah.
Yeah. The chat. We're planning. So, fun in between. We were planning officially. Like originally, we weren't sure where to go because originally it was called Faycast, which is easy, short, understandable, nice. Problem. It's been like 5 years since we used it. We changed the name afterwards, and somebody else used Faycast since that time. And let's not get into that because even if I can prove it was called Faycast first, you know how people are. Truth is whatever they make it to be. They'll just say I copied them or whatever the fuck. You know, so let's avoid all that. What the Fae, though, makes a lot of sense. It's clean, it's understandable, it is recognizable. Like, it fits all the criteria. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in future Faye channels, when they're like, "Oh, hey, look, they said the thing,"
Yeah.
and that'll be fun.
Yeah. So, there's your explanation. All right, well, that said, let us start with our first segment thing. This. They've been slowly giving us less and less orbs every half anniversary. Did you guys know that? We can prove it now, too, by the way.
Actually, did not until I saw that thing in the channel that you posted.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So, in 2020, that was COVID, right? Been that long? No.
yes,
Really?
yes, it has.
Oh my God.
Start of 2020, March 2020.
Because I still remember the first COVID Golden
First
Week.
reports were
It was completely messed up. Like they just redid. It was a copy paste banners and copy paste. We let so much go because we knew what was going on. But this is why this makes it so sad, chat. So in 2020 we got 55 orbs, and I believe they reran the picnic banner or some nonsense like that.
Yeah, that might have been the picnic banner. 20 tickets.
Yep. That was rough, chat. But they gave us 55 orbs. You know, that's pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Now, what do we get this time around? In 2021, how many orbs did we get? Oh, that's right. 30. Down 20 from the previous year. Oof. Now, I know the argument people are going to make, and everyone makes this argument all the time. We're getting tickets. Now, chat, let me ask you, would you rather get more orbs or more tickets? And I understand, tickets technically have more value because it's worth up to 5 orbs. But I rather have the orbs because I can use that all at once on something that I care about.
Yeah, you get the freedom. Tickets force you into a banner.
Yep. So I never liked this. So 2021 down 20 orbs. In 2022, they thought they were so slick, so funny, so cool. Oh, it's 2022. You know what that means? 22 orbs.
Whoa.
Remember what I said? They fudge the numbers. They fudge the heck out of numbers. Again, we want more orbs, not your stupid tickets on banners that don't matter. And then they make it in such an insulting way, like, oh, it's 2022, we'll give you 22 orbs. Yeah. No. So you know what happens afterwards? 2023. Wait. What happened to 2022 22 orbs?
Something doesn't add up.
Why is it 12 now? Why? Why is it 12? Chat, this is nonsense, and I think everyone knows this. Yeah,
24. It's
I'm pretty sure this is the Golden Week. In 2024, in Golden Week, we got 0 orbs. This is from 10 months ago. This was when they were last checking these out.
Did they give us none 24? Probably. I just don't remember.
No, chat. We did not get a single orb in 2024 over Golden Week. The answer was 0. We got none.
Oh, this was from 10 months ago.
This was from 10 months ago, so it was covering all the previous years.
Yeah.
But if we count this year's, it wouldn't even be here because it was 0 orbs. So, No, chat. If you don't believe me, check last Golden Week. We literally got 0 orbs.
Although that's different from a half anniversary, though, right?
Sure, but if we're gonna talk about half anniversary, you want to bet we're gonna get more orbs?
No, I would never bet on that. My goodness.
Anyways, so yeah, this is just to put it in context. We've been getting less and less orbs. I don't even see people mention these things. I'm sure people care about tickets. I mean, we got a lot of tickets last Golden Week, for example, but they were tickets on a bunch of invalid. That's a bad word to say.
Just outdated banners.
Older, and some of them aren't even really necessarily outdated. I mean, come on, Brave Prom is still meta. For
the
example.
most accurate thing is useless.
There's some, but
there's
a
some.
lot of the banners.
Yeah, some of them were pretty useless.
There was like 6 tickets that were of actual value. The rest was useless, essentially.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 9. Depends on how many CYLs you think are actually useful.
Yeah. Reason why I bring this up is what Ian just said. Yeah, why Nintendo is so stingy. Can't be generous like Hoyoverse. People shit all the time on Genshin Impact for not being generous. But we don't say anything to IS. Why? Like, it's very obvious at this point what they're doing, so... There's a reason why we say nothing. I mean, if you don't believe me, in 2 months, we'll definitely see for sure. Through the midpoint banners, and then in 2 months through summers. Like, we'll see what quote-unquote celebration looks like. I don't want to be a doomer, but this is the data. This is the raw facts. This is what we've been getting. So we can go over some comments if you guys want, but I think this is obvious.
Yeah. Not
technically, this was also... This was the free arena tickets, if I remember correctly. That midpoint, or that half anniversary. So we got the free technical 5 stars as opposed to...
I can't wait for 1,000 arena medals and no orbs.
Make up
for 2023, specifically.
But yeah, you can't buy or
better than 2022 at least.
You can't buy people's affection with a thing like that.
I don't even understand why they're being so stingy. Because a lot of people are burning out in the game. Why are you still trying?
Yeah, it would pay to be a little more.
Yeah, show them that you care.
Nintendo's just very weird about things like this. I don't think a single mobile game they've had has been generous.
Yeah, and then they're all dead.
Yeah, that's the thing.
All right, 1 second.
It still baffles me how a company that makes such good games can be so short-sighted and outdated and just not good in so many ways.
Yep. Essentially. Alright, chat, I don't have a better screen for this, so let's stick with this one. Okay. Tickets were their way to weasel out of giving free orbs. Yes, absolutely. Tickets actually get people to spend more orbs in general. I think they have the backup research to tell. Because once you buy in, they're like, oh, my next pull is 4 orbs instead of 5. Right? So they're more likely to keep going.
True. The free summon thing also was a good way to get people to summon more, ironically.
Yep.
Back when they did that way back in the day, which, to be fair, was a good change. Like, thank God for that.
Tony says this, I assume people had caught on this by now. Back in years 1 and 2, we used to get 400 orbs relatively consistently. Yeah, someone brought this up. We should be expecting 300 plus orbs a month, but somebody did a calculation. I said they said we were under 300 orbs in a month. They have been slowly cutting it down, and whenever we get things like free polls, chat, it wasn't free. They literally took it out of your monthly orb budget, is what it looks like to me. Or they give us tickets for free. Again, they're taking it out of somewhere else. All they're doing is fudging the numbers. They make the player think they're getting more in a month, even though in reality, they're getting barely more. All they did was shift things around. It's like accounting. If you move money from one account to another account and pour it all in, and people look at that money all at once, they're like, oh, that's a lot of money. But it was from the overall pool of money that you have. It's the same amount of money. They're just showing a bigger bunch at once. You know, like it's...
I wish I could pull up the Fae Wiki used to track this,
yes,
but they stopped as of the end of 2022. Just for reference, for 2022, the average is around 320 to 340 orbs by looks of things, with one notable 389 for January. And as for 2021, it's roughly the same, if not actually slight increase, except for in August. it was 361 2021, 330 something like that in 2022, which you can take a guess as to where that went. But
yeah, but in 2024, again, the problem is we've gone under 300 in some months, which is abnormal.
There have been months with that. For example, 2021 September was only 285. I wish I could tell you exactly what orb distribution is like these days. I just don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. People have gone over it.
Yeah.
We're genuinely getting lower nowadays. But yeah, back in years 1 and 2.
Years 1 and 2. If I would go back then, it would be bad.
Yeah, because
you'd have to have the elephant's memory for that.
Yeah, because of the launch. Anyways, the point is, the months you described, they were still okay. They're still good. Nowadays, in the past 2 years, bad. In the first 2 years, excellent. That's very normal for a gacha game, to be honest.
First 2 years, yeah, there were definitely some more noteworthy. I'm checking in 2018, for example. There were a couple more. There were some errant 400s in there, which I was surprised about. I didn't realize that. The year after 2019, by the looks of things, is still pretty good. Slightly lower than honestly this past year, or 2022, but these are just approximations. I don't know exactly. I'm just kind of, oh, that sucks. You have to scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orb totals are on the bottom right. Oh, that's so inconvenient.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to check this back in the day, and I think my conclusion was that there was a dip in, like, 2019, and then it's been up since then. But 2018 was really good. 2017 less so, but it had a great obvious launch because, you know, you get the bulk of the orbs then from the first 9 story chapters.
Yeah, but again, it's not about the prior years, it's about this current year.
Yeah, again, I wish I had the statistics on that, because instinctively I want to say it's about the same, if not slightly lower around the anniversary times. Celebration times, that is.
Alright. Not just tickets, are other rewards that are honestly far, far worse than orbs, and tickets are showing up so often. That's the other thing to take out of this. They've been shifting it away from orbs into other nonsensical junk that we keep getting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you guys noticed that. A grail value nowadays, again, some people really care about grails, but if you're in situations where you've been a long time player, you probably have a surplus of grails. Probably. I at least have over 10,000.
Legion says
I know Legion is the exception. This guy makes everything, even when they're not useful heroes. But if you are only picking useful heroes, you're going to have the surplus of grails by easily.
Yes.
That being said, these days, I think grails are starting to become so competitively, at least acceptable or viable.
Almost
that
every
you can actually,
is good at plus 10. It's just
exceptions.
You will take your spring Xanners and you will enjoy them.
I still don't have them. I take spring Xander. I don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Your comment doubled, but it's funnier this way because it implies you will get 2 spring Xanners. Oh my god.
Not
you know
just
what?
one. You got to merge them.
I'll take both because I think I still need Live for Honor for Legion.
All right. Anyways, I think that sums it up. It's obvious to me, unless someone brings up a actual chart data for the most recent months, but I've been hearing people talk about this, and there have been people who tracked individual months at least. It does look way lower because, again, back in the day, we were looking at around 350 every single month in general. Yes, there are blips on the map, but I'm talking in general nowadays, we're not getting that many orbs. And it's what it feels like to me personally, because I do keep count of orbs, because I usually save up for like I don't pull very often. It might look like that way for some of you guys, but I don't pull that often. And when I do pull, sometimes it feels like I should have had more orbs before at this point. But yeah, it's nice to see people actually go through the data to show us.
Yeah. I would love to see some more data on that, because, I mean, to be fair, a lot of the orbs just come from modes that already rerun, so there's a baseline that's just, no matter what, going to be the same.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the rotating modes and any other additional celebration stuff for quests.
Yep.
That's where things get a little spicy.
Yep. As Coco pointed out, remember last year's winter awards? Yeah, they were not good.
What were they?
It wasn't much of anything. We
Oh yeah,
yeah.
like 9 tickets or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for not even the banner of the.
Yeah, we didn't get it for the winter banner. You had to spend money to get the tickets for the winter banner. Remember that?
It was, I think, the one before that, like last year's winter, something like that. It was not a very noteworthy banner for tickets.
Yeah, to spend money to get the tickets, which was insane.
Yeah.
Ticket packs, by the way, are just silly. They're just straight up silly. It's just 5 orbs. Come on. Yeah, we were all torching Yunaka for that one. I remember that much. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, Yunaka's rewards and how that got people mad.
Oh, yeah, Yunaka's rewards. And then people were like, oh, you hate Yunaka because of the rewards. No, I...
Bring Faye back.
Yeah, like, no, that wasn't it, but...
Winter Black Knight did a pretty good job with the rewards.
Winter Black Knight popped off by comparison.
All right.
Not even by comparison. He was just generous, you know?
Yeah. All right.
This fun seal list.
This is super weird. What the hell?
Why is it like...
I
oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
it's
see-through.
translucent.
It's translucent, and they show you the pictures back to back, which is weird. Seals were missing as of just for today. Okay, I know this looks kind of weird, chat, but we'll cover it. As of just for today. So, A skills were missing. We're missing... What is it called again? The blessing?
Solid ground.
Solid ground. They're weird-ass names, chat. We're missing solid ground.
Which is not that useful, but it'll show up someday.
It might matter. Like, back in the day, solid ground would have been much more valuable because you needed it against Milla, for example. But it's...
Yep. Or for Milla.
Yeah, nowadays not that much fun.
These days, it's pretty rare that you have an AoE nuke who wants defense.
And nothing does visible def checks. It's just not a thing you do.
Yeah, so not very valuable. Not too crazy. Clashes is a lot more interesting. Attack speed clash would be a game changer if we get that.
That'd be fantastic. So many Cavs love that.
Yep. We don't have AR clash, SR clash, or DR clash though. They don't even exist.
Nope. Yeah. DR clash would be stupid. Unless they wanted.
Well, actually, DR clash would be pretty good because defense res solo used to be pretty good, for example.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that it implies that you're a player phase Cav that wants bulk only on initiation, which is why we didn't get bracing impact. But now that we have Excel, it might make more sense because it's a bulky skill. Maybe.
Yeah, and you can use it on enemy phase as long as you're actually fighting someone who moves. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speed defense finish would be pretty nice to have as well. Almost every Cav would utilize it. Well,
clash.
Speed,
yeah.
Finishes.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice balance skill.
Attack speed finish would be amazing. That would fit on so many heroes.
Yep.
I mean, finish is outright some of the best seals ever.
Yep.
For sure.
The easiest 6 stats of your life, and you get true damage for free.
Yeah. You guys can see the rest, but the other big one is wait, is that defense res finish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
So, yeah, tanks would just love
any
it.
bulky infantry. Yep.
Yes. How to make your Askert more annoying?
How to make your Emblem Mike more annoying? Just give him 6 def res and more damage. That's just double finishes is just 10 free damage for basically no effort. And again, with the easiest, just stay in 3 spaces of an ally. Come on.
Yeah.
Compared to forms,
2 stats.
Yeah, compared to forms, yeah, right.
Okay. The other one, B skills seals, chill. Doesn't really matter. Who cares?
I mean, I'm surprised that's the last one.
Yeah, that's almost done. Wyvern Flight, I think that'd be nice to have. You can just throw that on a bunch of heroes and be useful.
Wyvern Rift with Wyvern Flight would be
you can even do that. You can just double up on that too. Yeah.
It's compared to Pegasus Flight, probably a little more useful because
I'd say it's a little better. Yeah.
Generally speaking, Wyverns are just they like bulk, so the attack penalty actually is useful compared to Pegasi, who really want speed. Why would you run bulk on your seal? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and isn't Wyvern Flight's check also a little more lenient at tier 3?
Yes, it's a speed -10 check, so it's a lot easier by comparison.
Yes. Why are the Wyvern ones always just better?
I don't know, unless we get Pegasus Rift, but
because
they're gonna be a little questionable.
Because they actually like what they're selling with bulk.
Yeah.
As opposed to Pegasi, who are offensive.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah, the res part of it just doesn't make sense when you think about it. Unless you're fighting dragons somehow, but yeah.
Right?
C skills.
Please.
Goad, it is for dragons, whatever. I don't think anyone would care about that one.
cares?
Rain,
Nice
though.
answers.
That's big. Oh my gosh, look at all these ones.
We still
Attack
have
speeds,
a good amount left.
attack defense. Attack defense especially will be useful. Like on Ashnards, for example.
Yeah, right. Just free stats and potentially free support.
Yeah, so defense res, that'd be good as well. Speed res
It's like
nice.
free A slots. It's like A slots, but they also provide a bit of support. For a seal, that's great.
Yep.
That's
Thorns are
fantastic.
dead, so these don't matter. I agree with that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just exist. They'll happen.
But infantry blade? Ooh, that's actually kind of spicy.
Infantry flash is neat.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. We have infantry hexblade, which has some
And rush.
issues. Yep.
I don't think any one of us unironically uses these skills, but they are neat to
No,
have.
I would put that on like my Zura.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's
If
certainly
you have a
usable,
comp
yeah.
where units are kind of following up on each other, then especially since infantry flash is a little easier to run these days, I think that it's actually a pretty nice skill just to kind of have as an option. It's a tech skill, and it's a 2-space condition, so good luck with that.
Yep.
But I like it.
Rouses oaths, sure. They don't really matter too much, but you can put that on a lot of heroes.
Too impactful,
Yeah,
but
Now-
not bad.
they're convenient.
You ready? In limbo.
Oh, some of these are
Defiant
too hard.
stuff? Who cares anymore?
I
Defiant
don't know
Res,
why
the
they
meta
missed
shaker.
that. Why'd they miss that?
And then, of course, the actually important stuff. Savalin Shield?
Yeah, no. I mean, yes,
That would
that's what it
be
is, but
kind of scary.
What is the
yeah.
other
Get outta
one
here.
called?
Granny Shield.
Granny
Yeah,
Shield?
Granny
Oh my
Shield.
gosh. Yeah, not a thing.
Nope. Granny's, I don't know why that never happened, but Savalin is very obvious and would still be useful.
Especially
So-
now that we have attuned skills, you can actually afford to drop that seal slot on an armor unit
Yeah,
sometimes.
kinda.
Granny
Yeah.
Shield, I know people forgot. It was on Camus way back when.
Yep.
Yep, and Wallheart, I believe.
Yeah, Walhart got it.
What, really? I can't even know that.
It was to reference his skill from Awakening, yeah.
Yep,
Alright.
which neutralized all of his weaknesses.
Some other smokes, and yeah.
Defres Smoke, honestly surprised either of those are missing. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
They're
obvious they
actually
were
useful.
skipped on purpose, so
Yeah, and the seals are obviously completely useless. but
they're
whatever.
useless. Yeah. Anyways, these are silvers are 10,000 points, and then golds are 20,000 points. And I know I'm blocking them, but Dual Bloodlines made this. Great infographic. This is really nicely done.
Yeah, it's
They don't make
nice.
it very
I like that.
often, but it's a very convenient infographic because I always forget what seals are missing from what lines, and surprisingly, they've almost finished several of them.
Yep.
So we'll stop seeing some of the more useless ones soon.
Also, I agree with the statement. Savalin or Granny Shield wouldn't break the game. Savalin,
No.
I think, potentially could.
Savalin, we're not really in an armor effective meta like we used to be, but every time it comes around, and it comes around often, the concept of Savalin would just completely break it. So,
Because if you put Savalin on, like, Dual Byleth,
or Mylith.
that would be
Yeah,
kind of really
Byleth.
annoying.
Although Byleth does have that duo skill. that
Yeah, but
negates armor, but even still.
Even
yeah,
still,
you can't
yes.
use that in AR much.
Like, for
Some of the
example,
rules.
Legendary Crom going in, just suddenly doing zeros. Really?
Yeah, that would definitely be impactful. The Croms.
anyways, so yeah, here are some of the responses, chat. But yeah, that's very well done. Most people have mentioned these. Granny Shield, Savalin Shield, Defense Smoke, Res Smoke. They're quite good. But it's very obvious they're never going to do these.
Yeah, those ones are just a shame that they... Because Def and Res Smoke are just so obvious. Throw them on any unit that's offensive and is going to attack again.
Yeah, and they
It's just convenient.
totally love it.
Ugh.
Alright, anyways, chat, that is that
Also,
part. Yeah?
Scowl Seals, by the way, could be the potential next line that they choose for A slots. Just saying.
That's possible. And it sounds more broken than it is because Tier 3 Scowl requires 9 more res than the opponent. So
But on the other
it could
hand,
really work for it.
it's still everything otherwise.
Yes.
So
Still
if you can
actually
afford
get
it,
the stats.
it's a pretty disgusting seal option. So hope for
That's
that someday.
Mm-hmm. Am I missing anything? You should save the subreddit just in case. It's our Fire Emblem Heroes. We go this like every week.
I feel like, yeah, if you're in Fire Emblem Heroes community, you're probably gonna end up here at some point. There's also Order of Heroes, which is all competitive stuff, but
Alright. Next segment. What's the most forgotten feature ever released? I'll go first. I forgot this exists and gives a sword. What is this again? I don't remember.
Oh yes, that's the one in your hero's journey. You can.
Oh yeah,
use
it's hero's
that,
journey.
and
Oh my god.
And every once in a while,
Mirror.
you can get a little reward. I've only ever gotten it once. I think you can. But
you still do this?
You literally just tap in whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, it does stuff based on the time of day, like the time of real world.
Yeah, it's like you check in on your adventurers doing something at that time.
Oh, wait, they don't do this anymore.
They still do it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a little button on the top right. It's very easy to ignore. But it's always up whenever Hero's Journey is running. And, like, usually at this time of day, they're probably tenting up in somewhere. I usually find that it's in the desert.
And my two are.
Wait, I never clicked that.
It's easy to miss. Every once in a while, there will be like a little choice, I think.
Oh my god, chat. Okay, so this is why we do this segments. Fun fact, did you click this? I didn't click this. You're supposed to click this.
You are supposed to actually click. That is an actual feature.
I never click this.
The only time I do, it's at night, so they're always sleeping and nothing ever happens.
Yeah, that's usually what happens for me too.
What does it give you?
It's only occasional, but that's the thing. I don't remember what it gives you, but I think it's. I remember there was one time where I looked at it and they were trying to figure out, I think, like what vegetable to pick or something.
It might be like a dueling crest or a stamina potion, that kind of.
Yeah, I think
reward.
It's something like that. Someone will have to check me on that.
Okay,
But
well,
it's something.
I forgot all about this, and this does give a reward.
Fun
Good
fact,
job.
it also didn't come out with the mode. It was released separately.
that's
and
right.
a different update.
It was
Yeah.
released separately. Why would they do that?
They wanted to update the mode, so they added that. What do they call it again? The World
I think
Mirror.
the world mirror.
So, yeah.
Give that a try, like at different times of the day if you're interested, and you might find something interesting.
All right. Going through this though, Blessed Gardens are absolutely missing. Chat, if you have anything to add to this, let me know. But Blessed Gardens, that's so dead. Yep.
It was literally made to die. It got replaced by Allegiance Battles, specifically.
True.
Which now also runs every other week. So, even then, kinda.
Yep. Blessed Battles wasn't bad, but yeah, it feels like
It was kind of
It was
annoying.
to bless all your units for that, especially on the
the rewards weren't great. Like some of it was.
Sometimes you get orbs. Sometimes it's
Yeah, that was
2,000
mostly
feathers.
not orbs though.
Yeah, it was
Orb ones
2,000
were worth
feathers,
it.
orbs, or like I think refining stones. I can't remember.
Yeah.
something
So
like that.
as Soren pointed out, it's because too many orbs a month or whatever. Yeah, that's true because we don't get the
Allegiance
They never
battles
replaced orbs.
kind of. They did with the Allegiance battles run, but then they cut
It's
back
every
on
other
Allegiance
week.
battles.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And
remember
AB
getting
doesn't
the
give
memory
orbs all the
fragments,
time
and it's
either.
literally just the mode's memory
No,
fragments.
but
The
it
mirror
did
is
end up.
actually
I
useless.
think actually netting positive 1 orb when it was every week.
Okay, but definitely doesn't do that anymore.
Nope.
All right, but yeah, the blessing thing was kind of annoying. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I
Is the
blessed
Allegiance
everything now.
battles thing because of summoner duels being a thing now, or was that in
No,
place
AB is
before
just
that?
straight up being rerun bi-weekly now.
I see.
So here,
Summoner Duels is AA.
this is what pointed out. They
Right.
were transferred all those rewards in Legion's Vows, though. However, this is the good counterpoint. Why can't we have both? So the thing, it's a really good counterpoint because Fire Emblem Heroes has had a lot of modes, but because they're insistent on only doing like a handful of them or giving up on so many of them, the game actually is a lot more empty than it appears. Like if we list everything, the game seems like it's filled with content until
But
you
a lot
play
of
the
it
game.
is one and done.
Yeah, a lot of them's one and done or like once a month or something. So on an average day, the most common content you play, ether rates.
Yep.
That's it. Everything else is maybe you do it for a bit. So yeah,
Or
it's a
you
weird
duels
decision.
matches sometimes, but
I should be fair to how Blessed Gardens actually is, by the way, because I don't think anybody even remembers. It's just one rerun map from the story
Yes.
every like release of it,
Yep.
and then eventually there were Squad Assault versions of that.
Yep.
Which would be 3 maps.
Yep.
So just putting that out there. It's basically the same idea as squad assaults, just fancier.
Yep. I'm not saying like it was super great ideas or like, but that's how a lot of content is in this game, where it's just not much of an idea. It
was still pretty fun though. I can't deny that.
Sure.
Also, I love the weird names they had for it, like Main Gates, Grotto, Sanctuary, Terrace.
Those were weird.
They were super fun before they released units that could single-handedly solo every map. That's also true. This doesn't make sense in the day. Didn't they have weird things in the Squall Assault, for example, where they had no skills, so they would just die?
In Blessed Gardens, where they just don't have skills, they would just have their default story skills. So,
okay,
and keep in mind, these are book 1 units, book 2 units. Actually, only book 1.
Yeah, so they would get smashed.
Yep. Oh yeah, if you brought an Emblem Mike into any one of these maps, there was some book 2. You would just win.
Yeah.
Right. Huh. Most people don't remember the hero's journey thing. Being able to spend orbs to get more Aether Resort points each week. Wait, that was a thing. Yeah, I remember that.
It's still a thing.
Right.
It's still a thing. You can spend 3 orbs to double your income for the week.
Oh my god. No one should ever do this.
I did that once or twice.
Okay, well, you're stupid. There you go. Congratulations.
Might have done it once. Maybe.
I knew people back in the day doing it because they wanted the Veronica accessory.
And then they released another.
Accessory, Legion. You got both, didn't you?
I have every one of the Veronica accessories. I think there's 3. Legendary, base, and Sharena Veronica.
You should be the Legion guy. You should be the Veronica guy.
I am also currently getting all the Lord accessories. That takes a while too. Profile card. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually do like the profile card though.
Yeah, I don't see anyone change it anymore though. It's been the same.
Problem is that you
changed it a few times.
There's almost nowhere you can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You have to swap it around when you're looking.
Yeah, it's not accessible, which is a weird idea.
Like some modes don't even let you see it.
The funny thing is when you're looking at an Ether Raids, like right before an Ether Raids match, you can swap to the person's summoner and look at their summoner.
Wait, but can you see their card from there?
Oh, well, not their card, no.
That's the point.
That was the point, yeah.
Yeah, some things let you see the summoner.
I mix them together, the card and the summoner. Yeah.
No, the profile card is really cool. It's just, you can't remember where it is.
This reminded me of Heroes Path, too, yeah. Heroes Path is a tutorial, but once you did it, you never did it again.
I mean, once you did it, it's done.
Yeah.
At least gives you an extra couple of 5 stars.
That's a pretty cool side thing.
Xenologs were cool.
Yeah, Xenologs. Back when they had the weird releases of like, remember you have to do a Xenolog to be able to forge Sacred Seals, if I remember correctly.
And to do weaponer farms.
Yep. So I mean, they actually were impactful, and not to mention there were a couple of random story ones. I mean, remember? I think Surtur getting revived by Loki, so to say, or by Hel.
By Hel. She wasn't shown, but it was an important sort of story.
That just kind of happens in a Xenolog, and it's just left there.
I recently just randomly replayed one, and it was Veronica just wanting to invade again and talking to Bruno.
Yes, there was lore in there. There was true interactions within there, but that was writing.
There was a point where Loki wanted Naglfar, which is Leon's tome. Like, that kind of random stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, but Welcome to Fire Emblem Heroes 2024. They don't care about this stuff anymore. Anyways.
I forgot about Affinity Auto Battles.
I'm surprised no one has mentioned it. The
Warriors maps. Yeah.
Warrior maps were really cool, but no one's mentioning this one? Really? Dev maps.
Oh, yeah,
ain't no one gonna mention dev maps?
Oh, hey, someone did mention.
That's a 2017 thing, to be fair, but those were really cool.
Yeah, those were really nice.
Relay defense, hard. Screw that. Yeah, Miracle plus. It's the only one I can remember, and everybody just infantry pulsed their way to Miracle. It was hilarious.
That was back when we had devs, chat. It's been a long time.
Valor skills piss me off.
Yeah, back when Fire Emblem Heroes had devs, yeah. Yeah, Valor skills. And then finally, Relay Defense. I actually kind of want to play Relay Defense again.
I kind of want to try it again.
Frontline Phalanx. Oh, man.
Frontline Phalanx, I'm glad they forgot about it.
Yeah, thank God.
That's honestly. No, well, they've been making more modes where you do nothing. Literally nothing.
I mean, I will take doing nothing and not having to care, like having to check it, over doing nothing but actually having to go in every couple of hours.
Okay,
to do
true.
something.
Yeah.
It was an involved nothing mode. Like, why?
Yeah, that's the worst part of it.
All right, chat. Well, that's the segment. What is the most forgotten feature ever released? Yeah, I'm glad we went through all these because there were quite a few.
That's for sure.
I'm trying to think if there was anyone. Dex, did you have any particular one in mind that you found very forgettable?
Aside, there was so many mentioned here that I can't think of another one that I found extremely forgettable.
So I swear I thought of one a while back, and I can't remember it. I just straight up can't. Honestly, I'm just thinking about tap battles, and it just makes me sad every time I think
tap
that
battles.
mode.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
tap battles is sad.
Tap battles more so in the fact that there was a time where that was every month, and had orbs. Like it was an actually regular mode.
Something that I think does qualify, tactics
Most forgettable
drills, of course,
feature
we get
that
the
no
ones
one
that are
brought up.
fresh. But they have the
1-2-star
basic,
starter
21
Oh,
basic
God
tactics
damn.
drills that teach you the very basics.
The
of
tutorials,
activating
tactic
your
drills.
specials. Yeah.
Gmo's
And they
right.
cost no stamina.
What's that?
1 and 2 star heroes. No one
Oh
mentioned that.
yeah.
That is, forgettable. Although every once in a while
Remember-
you'll see one in your friend's recommended list or something.
The rarest unit in Fae is 2-star Drog.
Yeah, I was gonna say Drog.
Yeah, I
Which
stupidly
there
got
is
rid of them back then.
one Drog on the Summoner Duels leaderboard that has the 2-star Drog, and he like continually updates that, and I'm like, what a chat move, honestly. I kind of wish I kept him.
All right.
But yeah, 1 to 2-star heroes, completely worthless, but fun novelty.
All right, we're gonna run out of time at this point. We had a couple more fun segments, but we'll save it for next time. We will end it off on this one though. I miss Fae videos taking on PvE maps with their own teams. So the segment is, what do you miss as content? Because as a content creator, I don't even know what people want anymore. I'll read this in a moment so everyone is on the same board.
Right.
But what do you miss the most about Fae content is the question here. Because this person says, I miss Fae videos taking on PvE maps with their own teams. Yeah, that used to be a thing. A lot of people used to do PvE teams with free-to-play heroes beating whatever the heck. That was a big thing.
Or theme teams.
Or theme teams. Back in 2014, I remember these were super popular.
2014? That
Sorry,
was 3 years ago.
2017, dude. I'm typing and writing and timestamping at the same time.
That's fair. Yeah, I remember in the days before Fae that there were some pretty cool theme maps. No, I absolutely miss these. I mean, I was just
They happen
checking.
once in a while, but it's just it's
PM1
usually
used to do them a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the one they're mentioning here about taking on wall hearts with Echo's characters, PM1 did that. That was a very popular theme team.
Yep. I mean, PM1, the most recent one he did, and I checked this, was Nemesis, funnily enough.
Holy. How many years?
That's from 2020.
Yeah, 4 years.
And Nemesis Refine is happening in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
People stop doing these because there's so much power creep. No one even struggles with any of these things anymore. So
Yeah,
there's no point
or-
to them.
I see ones that get like 10 views every once in a while that are like this theme team, but it's not really a theme team so much as like
Okay, well, there's
this
always
character.
someone making a video about something.
Somebody's gonna
Like,
make a video about clearing, but
Yeah,
no, you don't
but
get
it's
really
not.
cool. You don't get the production value stuff with because PM1, he incorporates extra dialogue, the music appropriate for that map, extra voice
It's just
clips
quick
and all that.
casual stuff. That I've seen.
It's actually really well done.
Yeah,
but
he used
you
to do
don't.
them really well, yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. The Duma one is one of my favorites. That said, on the other hand, people would do weird theme clears where they just use the same unit 4 times or one unit true soloing. I mean, I guess Limited
that's
Hero
what-
battles kind of brought
That's
that
my
back,
idea of
but
production value.
nowadays it's just a video clear. They're impressive, don't get me wrong. When I see, because for example, there's this one guy who's now doing Legion clears again, just 4 Legions again. Shout out to that guy.
Oh, that reminds me of the
Yeah.
Sakura guy.
Oh, that was awesome.
I
Those
remember the
strategies were
Soleil
scuffed.
guy. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Oh, Soleil guy,
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz was.
Alcatraz is still around.
Yeah, they just don't do that stuff anymore, which is totally fair because the production value was fantastic. for a video that got like no views.
Yeah, I'll watch one for you guys real quick, just so you guys know who we're referring to. Alcatraz used to be a friend of stream and show up. He even showed up in one of the sponsorships and played with me for Blanco. It was super funny. But yeah, this is Alcatraz. Here, I'll play one of his. This is what he did for his videos, and he used to get like no views. We used to push people to like subscribe to him to help him get to 1,000.
I remember that. Yeah.
Here to stop Soleil from receiving shield details.
Yeah. And he did it as a hobby because he. Look at this. He actually played with the models and he would animate all of it. And this is how he used to do these.
Yeah, and you would have like the insane, like interactive, expanding UI compared to. This wasn't even that long ago, relatively speaking.
Right.
Oh yeah, and you do sprite replacements too.
Yeah, replace the summoner.
Okay, I just realized. I didn't realize at the time. That's copyrighted music. Great, so I have to mute this. Ugh.
Oh no.
Let's try again. Let's try another video for his.
Okay.
I remember the legendary Fae clear was extremely high quality.
Yeah. And double check.
Oh yeah, this one
fantasy.
too.
This should be fine.
Yeah, some of the most recent ones, which were still a while ago, were insane.
2 years ago. It's been 2 years.
I like to chat with people about
The utter overkill of freaking modeling all this.
He got someone in VA for this. The alleyway was
A true Soleil fan.
an artist.
bunnies.
You get like this whole dynamic view of every skill that's involved too.
Yep.
Just bad.
My warmest
Wow, that transition.
Which way?
You still got like the whole. This isn't exactly, by the way, how this map looks. By the way, it's a lot darker.
Game over, buddy.
Makai's actual
Yeah.
LHB. Yeah, I got like the sprite replacements, the seamless transition to this.
Leave this
It's
to me.
so cool.
Yeah, unfortunately nobody watched it, which is why he doesn't make them anymore.
Oh, it
That's
has
why
like
I
a
kept-
Fate style pan as well. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
why I used to push people to like subscribe to him because you guys didn't know there were genuinely really top tier content creators. Just nobody ever watched them, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the thing that really sucked. There were a lot of really cool content creators that just never took off.
Yeah.
Like, it happened a lot, actually, which is really sad.
Yeah.
And even if they weren't, like, this level of production value, they had some really creative clears and still put in work to edit the videos, too, so it's like, I gotta give respect to those people, because they were really pushing the medium in ways that were... It's just that, you know, when there's, like, PM1 and maybe 2 other people, everybody else gets shoved to the side, and even then, fake content creation is kind of tough to get into. Get an audience.
These were so well done, chat. So if you don't,
Yeah.
if you haven't checked them out yet, I know he doesn't make them anymore, but check out Alcatraz. He absolutely deserves that time of day.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I still come back to these every
Oh,
once
that
in a
are
while.
Oh man.
Because these are just... Honestly, this is just some of the most fun videos made for Faye.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He only had 1.7k views. Chat, this is why it doesn't make any sense. Because he paid someone on Fiverr. He paid for the art, and he had to like do the live 2D himself. He does the live 2D by himself, chat. And it all just gets like 1.7k views. I'm not trying to crap on him, but it's the reality. It's just not worth your
Yeah,
time.
it's just
No,
the
no,
algorithm
it's
and the
far from it.
content are just not in his favor, unfortunately. Yeah.
Anything, shout out to PM1 for even finding this video, but... Because I noticed his comment there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, don't I get a shout out? I found him years before people.
I think we found him around the same time. I forget which video it was, but I saw him like I think it might have been one of the Summer Soleil ones, and I was like,
Yeah, I think we
this is
talked about
really-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
Summer
is
Soleil
actually
3 years
really
ago.
cool.
Yeah, I know. I used to want to do a featurette every month or so to show off like fake content creators. I gave up on that, but like, it makes me feel bad because
Yeah,
there was this community. Maybe not today, but at one point it was original. It had depth. It had interesting, goofy concepts that had a lot of heart put in it. Nowadays, it's very streamlined. So going back to why that was brought up, He says at the end, now all I see is either videos about ether raids or summer duels, replays, or explanations, and I find that sad. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yep. Or, yeah, pretty much. I mean, granted, as somebody who likes to be competitive, I do actually like to watch things like Summoner Duels and maybe explanations on units to get some general opinions, but it's just the stuff that I go for utilitarian purposes. I appreciate, though. I absolutely appreciate the content creators who make that stuff because it keeps people in the loop, even people like myself who try to keep on top of things. It's really useful. It's really appreciated. But I do like the creative, original stuff that you don't really get to see these days.
Yeah, it's become a lot rarer,
Shame.
that's for sure.
There was a Setsuna guy. You guys remember that? Back in 2017, 2018. I think it went even to 2019.
Yeah. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
No, there was one person who did Celica solos about the same level as I did, and they were nuts.
Yep. Yep.
Beat a couple maps I couldn't. I was impressed.
Yeah, and even nowadays. Oh, Kino Sei, the Lin guy. Yeah. I remember.
Oh,
him.
yeah.
He used to come to the streams. Yeah. Fallen Takumi GHB of only Conquest Heroes. They're still out there. They
That's a fun
are.
challenge.
But it's missing the
Absolutely.
point to simply just say they're still out there. There'll always be somebody out there doing something, but like misses the point because we had truly quality content creators back at one point. You know, these used to be really common back in the day. Unfortunately, there becomes less and less point of this when you just have broken heroes. People used to, you know how these worked, right, chat? People used to search up these videos because they couldn't clear it, and that's why they found these creators.
You legitimately need them
Yeah,
to
you
clear
needed
the
them.
video.
But we no longer have new players in this game because the game is, you know, pretty dead at this point. There's no other better way of saying it. So there's very few new players. So if there are no new players, they're not going to search up how to beat things. And if the meta is super power creeped, where you can have just Emblem Ike kill everything, then you're not even going to Google it in the first place as a veteran player because you just use meta unit and you win. So
Yep.
they completely dried up the resources to find these people in the first place.
Right? I mean, I used to do Celica solos, then those became physically impossible. Then I did Linja solos, or Lin Force rather. Those became impossible thanks to Emblem Ike and a couple other units. And
That's true.
now I just kind of throw random units at it, and it works. Emblem Ike obviously is one of them, but you know, just some random offensive cav. Done.
Yep.
There was a time where you had to have very specific EV. I mean, you still technically do if you want to use free-to-play guides, but it takes just one good pull, and you're probably past that. But it would be like specific IV, like Boons and Banes, specific merges, even in some cases, weaker versions of skills, very tech-centric to get any clears done.
Yep.
I mean,
I remember those days. There was a time where I had a unit who had just a couple different stats. I think it was either one of my free units, and it was just slightly different, and it screwed up the whole thing, and I got so annoyed.
I remember it was Valter back in the day when he first came
that was a
out.
tough one back then.
That one was on Nightmare, and I remember my Klein was the wrong IV, and as a result of that, even though I had to give him Lancebreaker from a Narshan, which I hate foddering Grail units, I always have and always will, unless they are just unique fodder. The fact that I had to do that and it didn't work because I had the wrong IV and I didn't know until like hours in. Cool.
That's just sad.
That sucked. And you don't have any of those situations anymore, but man, solutions back then were insane.
Yeah, because it was necessary.
Not everybody. Yeah, right?
Now it's not.
Yeah, nope, not at all.
All right.
Or
Well,
past that point.
that was our last topic, chat. That is our first episode of What the Fae. Let me know your thoughts. If you made it this far, say Fae.
Hey, Faye.
Hey.
Yeah, post Fae.
Yes,
But it's
Casey,
always
that is one of my favorites.
because back when we did the Fae cast and Nimcast, we used to end it off that way. Just check if someone made it to the end. To say, hey, if you made it to the end, post this up. But I appreciate you guys for making it this far because It's been 5 years since we last did a podcast. I think it went pretty well, and I think as a host, I think we got through it pretty cleanly. Of course, episode 1, it will get better from here on out, and in the future, we will find more guests. So once again, if you guys are new around this, we are looking for more internal guests, people who are part of this community, and external guests, people outside the community. And we already have some people in mind to invite onto these. But yeah, the registrations are already up, the form's up, so check our announcements if you want to be a part of this. It'd be really nice to get some crazy people like Casey Supersonic, for example, who really likes Croms, and is a good Christian boy. That'd be fun. Be fun to make fun of him.
To treat him very respectfully and never dream of making any jokes about him.
I would never, ever talk about how the Thunder are out of the NBA playoffs or anything like that either. So,
oh, especially sports jokes. No, we never go there.
Make me a guest. I want to talk to Dex. Oh my gosh.
Wait, who is?
SS Blue might be your only fan, and I don't even know how.
Well, SS Blue is also a fan of Oct, so I don't know how complimented I should
how did
feel.
this work then? All right, but if you guys have if you want to register to be a part of the podcast, Discord is right in the middle, discord.gg/nightnight. Our server's quite large. We have 1,200 people online right now. Is that even true? Let me look it up. No, I don't think it updated itself. It says we're at 880 something right now, but whatever. Well, at least when we started the stream.
Plenty of people to talk to.
Plenty of people to talk to. Yes, we do have over 1,000. Our Discord server is over 3,800. Okay, we do have people. Just make sure that if I am on, it is not with Oct, or I will roast them relentlessly. 800
well,
is
Oct is kind of out of the picture now.
Yeah,
so
I don't think he can be back, to be fair. So
yeah, he revealed to me that on that time where he was here, he was high, and that was why he was acting so weird.
Oh, okay. Well, don't come on this high. That is not
Ideally
good.
Not. Yeah.
Not ideal. Not ideal.
But outside of that, outside of signing up, if you have a topic you want us to cover, put it in Submit to Sanguine and just say it's for the podcast. Whether it's a question, whether it's a picture, whether it's a post, whatever the case. We'll happily check it out. Yeah.
That'd be fun to cover, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's a great first episode. I'll clean it up and we'll edit something and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We had you for almost the whole episode, Legion.
My bad. It was on the way back home.
I was wondering what was happening because I added you a couple times. And I was like, there's something wrong with this picture.
I was wondering what was happening.
While driving.
Because I was just like, am I actually going to start our first one without anyone here? That'd be whack.
I had to when you mentioned that possibility, I was like, oh god, okay, I kind of have to.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, well, I can't introduce this. Otherwise, I introduce this and then we start with nobody. It'd be really awkward.
That would be, yeah.
That would be devastating.
Solo podcast, first episode.
It's not like
Nothing
people
there.
Don't do solo podcasts. They do, but it'd just be like, okay, well, we schedule and talk about all this and we have nobody on. That'd be weird.
Yeah. It's just you talking about stuff a little more structuredly than usual, which wouldn't really be a podcast.
Before we follow it up with no structure at all.
Honestly, formalities aside, since it was just you three again, feels like any other Fate trailer night
went
well.
reasonably well.
It is for now, Gmo, because we haven't gone into entering guests, but I didn't want to make it overly complicated for episode 1, because it's episode 1.
It also works out that episode 1 was for a legendary banner, which is, obviously there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's not quite the same as a full-on data mine banner, and then potentially, for example, the midpoint banner, we're going to have a new unit, or a new character's portraits, or whatever.
Also, the potential of a Fate channel, maybe, for that.
Oof, yep.
Because, again, unlike last year, they might actually have to introduce characters this time, so...
Yeah.
Which, for the record, update for that should be next Wednesday, so expect a trailer Tuesday, Fate channel, somewhere around there as well. Unless they decide to do the cruel thing and release trailer and everything on Wednesday.
They do it more often these days, haven't they?
For version releases, yeah. I hate it.
I hope not. Jeez.
It's Absolutely killer.
Their Star of Month stuff is so draining, chat. It's not.
Yep. It is a very... Understandably, it's the most important update of the month in many ways, but putting the trailer with it?
Yeah, that makes
it's kind of cruel.
This is a straight ordeal.
Especially when it's already, because it's daylight savings and us being Eastern Standard, at 11 p.m. at night.
Yeah, that's just the start of everything.
Yeah. Even if we cut it short, it's still going to be 1:30, 2 o'clock minimum.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you thought tonight was late.
Yeah, tonight, actually, us ending things like this is quite a bit earlier than usual.
Yeah, because I thought about like I'll just do a pure reaction stream and then we'll talk about things here. So it's reorganized in a way.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, to capitalize on
Also,
that,
hints of
I think I
for
will take
banners.
my leave
Echo
now.
from
Alright,
Season
good
6
night.
banner
We're going
will
a
do
bit
for a
early.
fight
Okay,
up to
good
the
night.
Alcatraz
Yeah,
banner.
novel. I
So
know.
something like the Warrant of a channel.
Oh, yeah, there should be...
Huh?
What was that? Reruns of banners. Yeah, there's some weird banner reruns in June, so we might have something extra there. I think there's some legendaries, if I remember correctly, that aren't normally slated to rerun next month. So we'll see by then. But
Interesting.
yeah, it's just something I vaguely remember. But either way, have a good night, and I will see you guys all
You
tomorrow for the data mine.
All right, take care.
Oh, that's right. The small data mine.
Yep, can't wait.
Well, normally I kind of leave when he leaves, but it's so early, relatively speaking.
Earthy.
Yeah, I know, not literally early, but, you know, compared to when we usually leave, it is.
I have to do this stupid bound hero battle.
Oh, no. Oh, the one with... That one actually is a little annoying, yeah, because it has reinforcements. But it's not the worst.
I will assert my dominance in PST. Fuck PST. West Coast, worst coast. There you go.
East Coast, best coast.
Hi, Dex. S is Blue. What is your obsession with Dex? You know he sucks dick, right? Actually, I don't know if it's literal, but like, yeah.
Yes, I think you can figuratively say that, and I will be a little less interested by that remark.
You're interested. What the okay.
Interested in my God.
Okay,
that
I
really
guess he's
bad.
interested in sucking pee-pees now. I wasn't even going there, but
I use interesting in a figurative sense sometimes, but that was probably the worst figurative sense to use it. Oh well.
Well, Lightning, look at your small pee-pee.
But yes, hi, SS Blue. SS Blue seems to be very like interested in what I say in Fey Lounge because they've been popping in there more to ask about stream stuff.
Wait, SS Blue, you're a real person? I thought you were someone's fake account because I didn't think there was any real fans for Dex.
We are so generous tonight, aren't we? now that the podcast is done, now you can just go ham.
Oh, that's true. I didn't crap on you today.
Yeah, specifically for podcast reasons.
Oh, I was
I'm
too busy
sure.
thinking about things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night,
Maybe you
Koga.
should
Thank you
just
for
be
being
busy
here.
all the time, so that you don't have any time to actively be unfortunate towards me.
Yeah, I thought it was a Dex alt account or someone who I didn't think was a real person. No offense.
If I had an alt account, I would be a lot less subtle than that about trying to boost myself up. Or a lot more subtle, I mean.
6 inches is above average dummy and definitely above yours by about 5 inches. What? No, the average
What?
PP in this stream is like 12 inches long. You're completely off.
Oh, Blue is... Oh, that's right! Blue has this thing where it's like, he or they are trying to get me to, like they're treating it like it's an abusive relationship. Like I should drop you. It's pretty funny.
Alright.
In one sense, they're not wrong.
What? You earned this. I didn't treat you this way from the get-go.
Well, not from the beginning, but even as I've progressed beyond those earlier stages, it seems I've not entirely escaped this treatment, which is so unfortunate, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Dex makes fun of me, actually. He does? That sounds like Dex. That's the Dex I know. He sucks. Huh? Your boyfriend.
Who's saying that I...
Your boyfriend said it.
Oh, Blue is saying that I make funny. I guess sometimes in Fairy Lounge I'm like, haha, Noms did something silly.
Dex rags on me a lot. See, look, chat. Dex abuse victims, come forward right now. We'll put them on the stand right now.
Oh, they're saying that I brag on them. Oh, that's funny.
Look, you also bully Gmo.
Oh, Gmo is saying that. the main reason he's saying that
Gmo's
is
the
because
nicest person I've ever known. How could you do that to him?
I try to be generally respectful, but sometimes when he has some take that's like way out of left field, I'm like, no.
Look at these
not
excuses,
happening.
chat. Look at him take no responsibility. Is this who you wanted? Yeah, it's hashtag me too.
Being part of the Me Too movement about 7 years late. Okay.
Yes. Now, chat, tell me, did he touch you? Inappropriately, I meant. Is Sugma allowed to come on a stand? Yeah, Sugma should come on a stand. Yeah, he's also an abuse victim.
Sugma is just the victim of, I don't know, abuse to his mind, because how does one become like him naturally? There must be some form of unfortunate treatment that he received in order to become that way.
Also, M. You also bullied M.
Oh, yes, I guess I bullied M very, very gently, but I did.
Look at you.
Oct was the real bully of M, my goodness. Those two would go at each other in the bedroom and in their words as well.
I think it was obvious enough to not worth mentioning. It's not that obvious, but sure.
Okay.
Let me have my fun. We'll carve a
Sugma always has some retort ready, or, oh, I thought of that, or, oh, well, I just didn't want to say that because you knew it. He has me block these store response to me, which I find hilarious.
Okay. Is
Like,
Sugma
I
allowed
will
to come
be
to stand?
talking to
Yes.
him,
show you how
He
we
should
but I'll
come
be
to
talking
stand.
about something he did.
Okay.
Oh, Sugma's a witness. That would be interesting.
Is there a problem?
He would respond with a Tangia post to every accusation that he's had thrown at him.
That's a lot of money. I'm down for it.
Yeah, it's true. Those Tangia things are not cheap for the most part.
Yes.
It's hard to find
See a way forward.
like a one that's less than, I think, 50 or 100 bits or something like that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be 50 bits.
Okay.
They're not supposed to be
Yeah,
cheap
minimum.
because otherwise, because it takes up
Yeah,
time on the
otherwise,
stream.
they, spam them. But money is no object to Sugma, that's for sure.
Shall we?
Yes,
Let me have
they're
my
Sugma
fun.
bucks. That's what there are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could make
yeah.
them $100 a piece and still find a way to use several of them throughout the
Is
stream.
there a problem?
This is crazy, Dex. You're making noms look better.
What? What am I? Am I making him look better by talking about Sugma, or what? What am I doing to make? him
No,
look
all the
better?
people you bullied. That's why.
Oh, I see. Well, who said anything besides Gmo? I didn't. The chat got covered by your head too quickly for me to see.
Sugma.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, that doesn't. Really
That doesn't
count as
count
a
now.
person.
What?
Yeah.
Wow,
I
look,
mean,
chat.
Sugma,
Now he's taking away Sugma's right as a human being. Look, I haven't even done that.
Gmo is absolutely a person, but Sugma, I don't know. He kind of falls into that Andre category, you know, of like they present themselves in a way that just doesn't feel quite human.
What are you talking about? Now he's telling me Andre's human. Andre is a proud alien from a different galaxy.
No, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't present himself as a human, and neither does Sugma.
Time to kill.
We'll carve a path.
Let's go.
I'm pretty sure
I think
Sugma's
both-
human. He's like a doctor is very a human concept, you know.
Okay.
I guess, but I don't know. He could be an alien doctor.
You toe the line with Sugma rights.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, if I start ragging on
Let me
Sugma
have
all the
my
time,
fun.
Stream is
I see a way
gonna
forward.
eventually come around to me.
My turn.
Poor M. Yeah, poor M. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it was poor M until he decided to just leave without telling anyone, which was sad.
Wait,
I
he
had
didn't
to
DM
ask
you?
him.
Okay, of course he did DM
No,
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
M did not DM, as far as I know, anyone. I
No,
had to
he
get
DM'd
through
DM'd me today
Oh,
about
he
it.
did? Oh, today. Okay.
Yeah.
It took him a couple days.
Oh shoot! Wait, this is wrong. It's supposed to be kill. Oh my god! How am I supposed to do this?
What did he say?
He explained. He was just burnt out in the game and that hasn't made up his mind on quitting, but he doesn't like the gameplay loop, which is all fair
That's-
points to make
that's
because
fair. Yeah.
Sugma's totally a robot.
Yes.
I'll show you how it's done.
Okay.
See, people may not agree on
there a
what
problem?
exactly
Let me have
he
my
is,
fun.
but I think they can
I see a
agree
way
that he's
forward.
some form of only semi-human or non-human entity.
Let's go.
He's a semi-human.
Kill.
Yeah, and he got hit by a semi-truck, right?
My turn.
Well, I mean to say, there are mixes of humans and other things
How
that I'm
clumsy.
sure
Let's go.
could exist. Sugma is the product of a Redditor and a human.
If Sugma got hit by a semi, he would be in another world.
Isekai moment.
Okay.
I support Sugma.
I'll show you how it's done. I see a way forward.
Yeah.
But Marshmallow, I didn't call him a subhuman.
How clumsy.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
Is there a problem?
Not everything that's different from a human is
Let's
sub.
go.
Though I guess in Sugma's case, it's more likely.
You know, with a name like Sugma, I wonder if he ever goes to himself like, it's Sugma time, or some shit.
I see a way
It's
forward.
time to
Well, every
Sugma.
Redditor has to have a catchphrase, right?
Yeah. It's time to Sugma, chat.
We'll carve a path. Let me have my fun. I see a way forward.
It's Sugma or die. Sugma or nothing.
This is crazy. Well, yeah. Did you know Dex was crazy? I once upon a time
Is there a problem?
implied that Dex may be in fact a serial killer. He blew up on me. It's a true story.
Well, yes, but Body Sweeper got angry too, so there were other people who were annoyed at that.
Yeah, but like, chat. If I called you a serial killer, would you be angry or would you be like, what the fuck? Why would you even say that? Right? Like, you wouldn't believe it. You only get angry if someone calls you a serial killer. If you're a serial killer.
Yes, that is the only time, actually.
That's why he was so upset at me, chat. He didn't want everyone
He
to know.
almost discovered my crime. That was the problem.
No, I did
And
discover your
would've
crime. That's
gotten
why you
away
were
with it.
upset.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get to tell the details of it, so that's the one thing that I dodged.
Yeah, you didn't have to confess on stream. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Exactly. Let's see. What's Andre saying? Probably Knights wants to know if you feel it down, subconsciously or in an ulterior motive.
Can you translate that? I have no idea what you just said.
He's He's trying. I think he's talking about the serial killer thing. If are you a subcon? Wait, actually,
are you sure it's about that?
I don't know anymore. Actually,
I say this all the time with Andre. I'm like, you're saying words, but they don't say anything. Those words don't mean anything.
Yeah, that's an issue he unfortunately runs into a little too often.
And it's not me being a dick, Chad. Again, you just had your proof. Here's Dex trying to understand it.
The words are all there. The words exist in the English language, but they're not arranged in a way that makes sense, unfortunately.
He's onto us, chat. We need to take this stake this vampire now. Wait, what? What am I onto you about? I'd be confused how they find out. Yeah, but you wouldn't react with anger, is what I'm saying. Someone finds out, or calls you a serial killer, or implies you're a serial killer.
Well, I think it was. I don't remember exactly what the context was because I don't really think about it much anymore. But I think there was some context behind it that made me more angry than if it had just been like a lighthearted joke or something. I don't exactly remember. But
I don't think it was a joke. I was legit.
Well, yeah. That's probably part of it. Was that it was it wasn't entirely non-serious.
I was legitimately saying like this is the kind of behavior a serial killer would have.
Yeah, I think that was what. The feeling that you were serious was what made me angry.
But why would you be upset about that? Like, have some confidence in yourself, for Pete's sakes. What the hell?
Well, because I didn't. I don't know, man. It's just if someone is serious about that and you have to talk about it, it can be like.
I also don't understand what's so wrong with being a serial killer. What the?
Oh, well, it's, I guess there's nothing morally wrong with that. You just killed a lot of people and you just go about your day. You eat food and, you have friends and family. It's pretty normal stuff,
Well, even if it's not normal, what's the big deal?
Well, that is... Maybe you'll have to consult non-vampires about it. They might be able to tell you.
I don't know. People want to act like serial killers are rare or something. They're not really. Let me Google it right now for you guys.
How statistically rare they are, yeah.
How many serial killers are active? All right.
They're probably rare as a percentage, but in terms of an actual number, there are probably quite a few of them.
Yeah, like if we're talking about rare, true rarity is like extinct. Like basically extinct animals, animals, for example. That's true rarity because
that's true.
You can't even see them or find them anymore. Not that you can find serial killers, but they exist, right? And so let's look into the first one. How many serial killers are on the loose today? In the U.S. alone, FBI estimates there are between 20 to 25 to 50 active serial killers at any given time, and this is at any given time, which does not count the caught ones. So that means perpetually there's anywhere between 25 to 50, even though they're getting caught. Right?
Interesting.
So here's an example. The West Mesa murders are between 2003 and 2009. Total 11 kills. And they eventually caught him. But that's what I mean. Like,
for 6 years.
Yeah. So they keep they exist and they keep getting caught, but there's always more. So in Canada...
Yeah, they'll always be on the loose somehow.
In Canada, in our history, we've had 106 serial killers. Slightly higher than Italy. I don't know why Italy's here, but slightly higher than Italy. Which country?
Well, I think Italy's next in line.
And if you're American, apparently they're not even rare at all. Congratulations, United States, on another number one. Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
Number one.
USA, number one. Number one.
Right.
Number one. Yeah, congratulations on having this interesting statistics. Yeah.
Number one in serial killers. Number one in school shootings.
In debt.
Number one in gun violence. So yeah, debt as well. We've got all the great statistics you want to be number one in.
Yeah, congratulations. Number two is Russia with 196. So that's rough. 3,615. I think it's like the military spending where you beat the next 20 countries combined.
Yeah, exactly. And I think in gun violence as well, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, I know.
At least in rates.
I feel like that Google search is going to get you on some kind of.
uh,
All right, well now you guys know.
Yep, that's an interesting little tidbit. The Serial Killer podcast, coming soon.
America's never number one for anything good. I don't think in the 21st century they are anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, is there like one good thing America's number one in?
The difference between number one and number two is concerning. I think the entire list is concerning. But yeah.
Yeah, if you're not concerned at all by the list, I think you might have.
You know what, Chad? It's, if you think about it for a moment, what is it truly about becoming a serial killer? What is it truly about?
It's about the love of the game.
It's about the love of the game, yeah. No, it's about freedom. Freedom of choice.
That too, yeah.
You know, in America, you can do whatever and be whatever you want. Including serial killing, apparently, but yeah.
That's right. Killing people is well within your First Amendment rights, everyone. Just keep that in mind. But keep in mind, also legally, I should say that you should not do that because it is not within your First Amendment rights. Lawyers would disagree with me.
But if you think about it, like, it's a country with quote-unquote lots of rights, and it's a country with quote-unquote lots of guns. I mean, I think there's some alignment there, you know?
Yeah, there's a little overlap, you might say.
Of course.
Snowing already.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
the
a
funny
serial
thing
killer. I
is-
eat all the cereals in cold milk.
Wow. Ryan being quite clever, I see.
Yeah, not that you would do that.
What? I'm not incapable of being clever. I just don't always choose to be clever.
I mean, Ryan just pointed out, like, if you were casual about it, you wouldn't have been upset. Oh, you meant cereals? Yeah, I eat cereals every day.
Yes. Well, again, that's the approach I have been taking much more often recently because it is easier to just relax about things and not take things too seriously unless, you know, if it is serious.
I think you realize, because I explained it to you, I wasn't even trying to hurt your feelings. I was giving you a legitimate thought.
Well, yes, I still in that time took issue with it, but I understand what your intention was behind it, yes.
I mean, I'm not about to pretend like, hey, those are not like unhinged thoughts or something, but like, fundamentally, I don't think people should be scared to say things like that because you keep quiet on all these things, and someone you might know actually might end up as something terrible, you know,
Yes,
or doing something terrible.
I think part of it was just that it was hard to talk about on stream as well. Like if you had brought it up to me at some other point.
Oh,
like
what?
After stream.
Oh, that made you feel embarrassed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
well,
really? Okay.
I mean, it was, I don't know. I guess embarrassed is one word, but it just felt like weird, I guess, to talk about on stream, yeah.
Oh, okay. As I said, I think you should have more confidence in yourself.
Well, I try. And I think even since then, I've gotten a little better at being more laid back about things.
As a serial killer, I never use guns. Not personal enough. Okay.
Yeah, now I've switched to a less harsh method actually. Somewhere along the way, I said, that's just too many serial killers do that, and I don't want to be like the rest. I got to carve my own niche. It's like a content creator. You know how it is.
Yeah,
you got to carve your own niche.
Important, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, chat. We're almost ready to wrap it up. Yeah, I'm trying to take better care of myself. Tonight's stream's only 4 hours. This is like a short stream in like a month.
You will actually be taking reasonable care of yourself tonight.
Yeah.
Assuming all goes well here.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make sure I edit things and have the energy to edit things so we can actually make content.
Right, and you can't do that without getting at least a bit of sleep and a bit of, decent meal schedule stuff.
Yeah. Chat, we are also looking for editors, and that's one of the other things that blew my mind. Anime North, for those who missed it on Monday, I had a 2.5 hour recounting of Anime North. There were so many people there. By the way, we averaged more people during that Anime North than this Fate trailer, by the way. Talking about Anime North.
That must have been... Yeah, I can kind of see why, though, because Anime North is typically like a pretty interesting and big event that people want to hear about.
Yeah,
so,
but cool. The content creator thing was really eye-opening because he pointed out you needed so many. The person who pointed out was Sylvie, and he's the content creator. He's the editor for a lot of big. Oh, like Saivu. He's his editor.
Oh, interesting. Wait,
yeah.
Is Saivu...
Not Saiyu, Saivu.
Saivu, yeah, I was just making sure.
You who can't understand, they're different.
That one time I was trying to make an offhanded comment, oh, hey, these sound the same.
I was like, what the fuck? They don't sound the same at all. And one's a guy, one's a girl. Okay, anyways.
It's just the name.
Anyways, so that was his editor, who was doing the panel. And
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and he was going over like what you need. So at the fundamental level, he said you need an editor, obviously, but you also need, which is a bit less obvious, a manager. And you might be like, why would you need a manager? Any streamer should know what to stream. No, you still need a manager. You need a Photoshopper or someone to make thumbnails, essentially. Those are your fundamentals. You already needed 4 people with you, fundamentally. Or 3. And then, additionally, you would like to have someone handling your sponsorships, like finding you sponsorships and whatnot.
Yeah, that would save a lot of time and effort,
right,
I'm sure.
Basically working the role of an agent.
Right.
But yeah, he went over the entire list. It was a big screenshot. Sorry, I took a big screenshot of it. And I was just like, holy crap, there's just so many things. You need so many people to get anywhere nowadays. Which makes sense. Because that's how it works nowadays. Everyone has a gazillion people behind them supporting them.
Especially in this very digital age where you gotta have a way to have your audience all be online, and it's not, it's not like a newspaper or something like that.
Yeah.
So
you weren't there for it, but the other part, I sat at several voice actors. And Derek Stephen Prince, he specifically...
Oh, well, I saw your post in the basement channel about it, and I remember mentioning something about it,
Yeah, he specifically mentioned something that I thought was crazy. He said when he was competing for roles back in his heyday, it was like 1,200 competitors. He says nowadays, which is a lot, but nowadays it's 12,000 competitors for every role.
That's, just 10 times the amount. It's crazy to think about, though.
Yeah, he also mentions
Rest assured,
it's not even about like if you're the best guy, because directors, if they think they got the right guy, they'll just stop. So if they didn't hear you, because again, just 12,000 people, they're not going to listen to everyone. If they didn't hear you, tough luck. That's just how it works nowadays.
You have to be prepared. From what I've heard from voice actors like him, is just to be prepared to be passed over a lot, again and again and again, until you finally get a role, and then you rinse and repeat. And some voice actors obviously will have more presence in terms of getting booked more roles than others, but there's never a voice actor who's gonna like always get every role that they try out for.
Yep. So it was really interesting getting all those perspectives. Yeah,
and also cases like, I know this was the case in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, because some of the voice actors mentioned it, but like you'll try out for one character and then you'll end up getting cast as a completely different
another character.
Yeah, because I think Joe Z just said he tried out for Ferdinand and 1 or 2 other characters as well, before ultimately getting selected as Claude. So it's an interesting relationship there.
That was mentioned by J. Michael Tatum. He says nowadays you basically select 3 roles you want and you try out for all 3 at once.
Right, yeah. No, I've gotten very interested in this because I've thought about the prospect of doing it, but I've also been a little bit like, okay, this is, if I really wanted to go into voice acting, I would have to be very, very prepared for...
Well, he also mentioned there's a reason why he does audiobooks, because he doesn't make enough money as a purely for anime
too,
BA.
Exactly. Yeah,
and
does not pay well.
For example, going back to Saivu, I'm willing to bet he makes more money as a streamer than as a voice actor by far. Not even like
almost
barely,
certainly.
by far. It's not even close.
Yeah, no, it's inconsistent money and not a whole lot of it, and that's not a good combination.
Yeah. But yeah, chat, this is why I need editors, I need help, and this is why it's important to hire these people, because nowadays everyone has these. Well, everyone who is at the top. So you're
Right.
competing with multiple handicaps versus these people, is essentially how it works right now.
Is there still going to be one main part of it that you tackle in terms of one of those roles that you were mentioning?
Yeah, of course. I don't think I can, like, I can thumbnail to a good enough degree. Like, my thumbnails are nothing
Yeah,
special, but, like, they're clean,
But they get the job done, yeah.
right? They show that they get the job done, and most importantly, they don't cost me anything.
Yeah, you don't have to pay someone for them.
Yeah. So I will still be handling things, but, yeah, we'll see. I just don't know. That's the one thing they never talked about. Like, how do you even get access to these people?
Right, right.
And I think they briefly mentioned it, and they said networking, but then he gave, like, one of the people who asked this question, contact info for Fillion's editor. Fillion is, like, a VTuber, the fastest growing VTuber of, like, 2023, I think. And she has, like, 2 million subscribers on YouTube and something crazy on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna pay that guy if he's editing for such high-profile people. So it's a big question mark. Like, how do you even find access to these people to help you out? Yeah, he did mention networking. It's just a big question mark as to how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've heard that term thrown around a bit as well, in terms of just the concept socially of just having a network of people that you can kind of tap into for. Usually, the context I've heard it in is for like jobs and for like, you know, trying to get an internship somewhere, or, you know, trying to make something work. You know, in your IRL space, but that could also apply to streaming in some sense.
Yep.
So,
If you stream for 8 hours again, I'll come to your house and shit in your pillow. I never shit in someone's pillow. That's fucked up, dude. I shit on the pillow.
that's much more reasonable.
Yeah, that's much more acceptable. There are computers where you can hire freelancers, but personally, networking works great. There are companies. Yeah, no, I've looked at the freelancing companies. They're friggin' insane.
Insane in terms of what they charge, or what they do,
like, I want to be a streamer still that to make positive income.
Yeah,
they
not
would.
negative income.
You would be in negative income. We're not even talking about like, hey, you make no money. No, you are losing money.
Actively losing, which is not good at all.
Yes, losing money is not good.
Did you know? I'm gonna do a fun fact segment, and I'll say things like losing money is bad.
Yes,
And
losing money is bad.
Did you know that Faye doesn't have a whole lot of new players these days?
That's, again, I view a lot of this as practice for when I do other content that I am more lucrative than Faye. But even then, like, yeah, it's I don't even know how we're supposed to pull this stuff off. But yeah, like, I want it to be fair, but at the same time, I want it to be that there's still gains to be made. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough chat finding these.
It's tough to find that balance for sure, especially in the beginning.
As you wish.
Anyone know if E just takes the AoE hit? No.
Yeah, you just should be just in combat.
AoE in the game right now, you cannot stop it.
Yeah, it feels really, really strong. You don't have a lot of counters. You have, like, the stone terrain that the Romeros give, 50% at DR against it. And you have Goto, who's 80%, but his combat itself has really fallen off. So it's a little hard to find a good way to counter AoE.
Yeah, but it's for the best because, again, a character like Ike, for example, would be smashing you.
Yeah, he would have virtually no counters without AoE.
Yeah.
Or the counters he does have would be a lot touchier in terms of You'd have fewer counters, and you'd be like, oh god, I'm 3 points off here, or oh, I can't make this kill, and that's just painful.
But yeah, anyways, chat, when's the next Fae banner expected to be? I don't check the calendar anymore, I don't care anymore.
Well, the midpoint banner is supposed to be, I think, in like a week or so.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, Legion was saying, yeah, the actual update should be next Wednesday, so literally a week from now. And the trailer should be next Tuesday, or, again, in his words, if they're feeling cruel, they could do the trailer on Wednesday as well. Hopefully not.
A Facebook Marketplace? No. I don't need to see these people in person, by the way. It's all through digital.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. So, I could post it on Twitter, but Twitter nowadays is so full of bots, I'm not sure.
Yeah, spam bots.
I'm not even sure I would get a real person, is what I'm worried about.
Twitter has... I never thought it was good, but, like, it's become a lot worse.
What was good?
Oh, I said I never thought Twitter was good.
Oh.
Like, I always thought it was kind of bad, but it just feels especially bad now.
I mean, again, I don't chat. For those who don't know, I don't use Twitter for anything but... Like, I only have it because sponsors want me to have one.
Yeah, it's kind of necessary, too.
I just use it to check news. That's it. I don't read anyone's posts because that would just inevitably drive me crazy. So.
Yeah. That's one thing that stayed constant about Twitter, is just that a bunch of stuff will just be littered with the worst takes, the most annoying, absurd things that you'll see.
Made AI heaven. Well, they always had bots.
That's true, but they feel like they appear even more often now.
Which is funny because I swear that was his thing against Twitter, that it had bots.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's only gotten worse, in my experience, anyway.
The hell, chat? They're sleeping together? Like, Govig is sleeping with this dumb kid. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've always thought this one looks so weird at night because the implications are something. Oh, although no, I want to say he's an adult. He looks a little childish in his face, though.
It matters not.
It's probably just sad that Golveg isn't fur. He flirts with fur a lot.
Oh my god, that extra move is so nice.
I want to see Trek in Fair. That'd be cool. Like, this is his best friend.
Alright, chat. So yeah, everything's set up. Let's do it.
Oh, what's happening now?
I'm calling it a night.
Oh yeah, I thought you said everything's all set up, as in like last thing was gonna happen, but
Oh.
That's
When is data mine expected to be? It's gonna be like at midnight, right? I'm gonna try to stream on time tomorrow.
It will be, yeah, it should be around the usual time. Again, there's a little variance.
I feel faint.
But yeah, maybe somewhere between like
I feel faint.
midnight and a little after, maybe like 12:30 or so.
Here I go.
No break? Yeah,
What can I do?
this week there's definitely no time for a break because today's Wednesday, now it's Thursday. I'm supposed to take a break every Thursday, but there's no way I can take it because on Friday I'm doing a collab with Shay for the Corin.
Of course.
I don't know if you guys ever heard the game. It's
The Corin, yeah. Did it get updated, or is it just you're going back to play it now?
I've never played it. So yeah, I'm going to do a collab with Shay with
What can I do?
that'll be fun. I've always wanted to play the game, but just have never had the opportunity.
That's the one with it's sort of like an interactive game where you play as as those teenagers, right?
Yeah, as a bunch of dumb kids, yes, exactly.
Yep.
And we're probably... I'm not resetting. We're not resetting, so if they die, they die.
I feel things.
If they die, they die.
Here I go.
Some of you may die, but that is a risk I'm willing to take, or whatever the Farquaad quote is.
That'll be fun. That'll be on Friday chat, so be sure to show up.
Hot.
We'll try and finish it within two streams. And it's like a 8.5 hour, 9 hour game, so...
Oh, that's right. That is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, so I'll make a proper announcement about it, as well as for with the Fae and all that stuff.
Sounds good.
Alright, let's find somebody to raid. And also, if you guys have anyone who you think will be a good guest,
oh yeah, please recommend them.
please recommend them. However, if you're gonna say, like, name PM1, that's not a good guest. Not because he's not good, he's literally in Italy, and that time wouldn't make sense.
And he's probably also quite busy, so...
Yeah, for those who don't know, he does wake up for these Fae trailers and whatnot, but he's immediately afterwards working on the videos, so he's not gonna be a part of these. There's someone I have in mind. If you name yourself,
no.
I will murder you.
That already has me worried that Sugma has someone in mind.
Maybe someone outside the community, yeah? But I don't like anything you've ever recommended, so... It's a hard sell. It's not myself.
Okay, well that's already... Can't get any lower than the bottom, so we're only working up from there.
I'm surprised, because you're usually very not good at thinking past yourself, so okay. Do let me know who, though I have very little faith, but yeah.
For the pride of Brodia!
Why would you post this and submit to say? What if you post like Satan or something, and everyone's just like, why is he trying to get you to collab Satan?
That does seem like a Sugma thing. Although Satan's too cool for him, so... Maybe he'll recommend Billy Bob 69 on Reddit as the first collaborator.
Alright, chat, I'm picking someone to raid. I hope you guys stay for just a few moments longer. You guys do know raids always make people's nights. It definitely makes my night, so let's join me in making someone else's night.
Gives you channel points too, in case you like those.
Yeah, you'll need that for redemptions. Damn it, I'm so indecisive. Ori Netomorph. She rated me last time. There you go. For those who don't know, Neto is attorney. So she's really smart. She's really fun, and we'll just say, what should our raid message be? Please give us legal advice. Please be our lawyer. No, please be our lawyer. Let's do that. Please be our lawyer. There you go.
Simple.
There you go. We'll go with that. That's a raid message. It's terrible.
Maybe we have an objection? I don't know. Okay, it's too late now.
It's too late now. Alright guys, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the data mine. Thank you so much for being here for episode 1. And take care of yourselves. Sleep tight. Night night. Until next time. Bye bye.
Night night. So literally.
Be sure to join in the raid.
That's right. Stick around.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. And there's a long week ahead. So let's hope to see you guys many times later.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Yay, we're done.
Alright, this is like earlier than you've ended in forever, it feels like.
Yep.
At least for a